I'm always torn whether to like jump right into the show or give it a minute so everybody can like join us. I don't want like people to jump in. We're halfway through a
Sure.
conversation. So yeah.
Yeah, but it's good to feel organic too. I get that.
We need an intro or a countdown.
Ooh.
Or both.
I don't have money for that.
9, 8, 7.
What happened? What's that episode of The Office where they have to count down and Dwight starts at 60? I want to say it was the episode where Jim and Dwight have to plan a birthday party, but
That's such a good one.
that doesn't make a lot of sense
maybe.
contextually.
Oh, are they
Well,
unveiling
maybe
it
if
to?
they're counting down for her to blow out the candles.
Oh, maybe it is that. Yeah, I don't know. That's a really funny joke, though.
It is a good joke. Good call.
It's so simple, so funny.
Right?
Yeah, but Austin Powers already did it years before.
No one saw that movie,
Yeah?
Ty.
I beg to differ. Austin Powers was a
also,
cultural
who cares?
phenomenon.
I don't remember that in Austin Powers.
Yeah, it's when they're
It's
counting
from
down.
that classic scene where Austin's like 60, 59, 58. You know the one.
I mean, I assume it's just as classic as the one episode that you think might be from The Office that you can't remember.
There is no chance that Austin Powers is more iconic than The Office. No chance.
I'm not saying it is. I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying
I feel like that's a toss-up.
Austin Powers had its moment, man.
No, I agree. Yeah, baby. People said that thing. It was like the Borat of the late 90s.
Right.
But at the same time, like, kids don't get Borat jokes just the same way they don't get Austin Powers jokes.
Did they get Office jokes, though?
For sure. The Office is
Really?
the #1 streamed show. Like, full stop.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
And it's not even close. Like, it was a big fucking deal that Netflix is losing The Office because it's going to Peacock. Because they were like, how is Netflix going to survive without The Office?
What are kids watching The Office for?
Because it's funny?
Yes, but
So they understand what to make of those good news segments with John Krasinski. Who's this twatter?
I
it's
can
that guy.
barely
Shut
watch
up.
I
Yeah.
can barely watch The Office anymore.
There's quiet things coming for me. Shouldn't be talking.
That was a good movie.
Was
I
it?
enjoyed it very much. I liked it. The Quiet Place. I don't know about the sequel, but I enjoyed the original.
Hasn't come out yet.
Right. So the original was good stuff, though. I like these weird random horror movies built around senses.
Yeah, it was a real like
Box you're not allowed to
zeitgeist for a
see.
second there.
Yeah, right. That was like a whole thing.
Lights out. Don't breathe. Shut the fuck
Yeah.
up, or monsters are coming for you. Yeah, this.
Smell them zombies. I remember that one.
Oh no!
Was
I've lost my sense of smell. Go ahead and find out if these zombies are coming for us.
Lights Out the one with the blind guy?
No,
Yes.
that was
There
don't,
were
that
two
was-
that-
Don't Breathe was one with the blind guy.
Right. Yes.
That
Which
movie
had
was
a weird
alright.
twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fine.
Lights Out was, I think I saw it, and it was like there was a little girl who was also a ghost who was in the electricity, and if you turn the lights out, she would show up, but if you turn them on, she would disappear.
Yeah, that
It's like
tracks.
a superpower.
Yeah. Not a great movie. It's based off like an internet GIF. it's,
Huh. It's weak sauce.
it's better than anything that the Paranormal Activity people have put out in a long time.
Was it a Blumhouse movie?
I think that one
course.
may have been, yeah.
Nice.
The poster looks like it was.
I fully support Blumhouse and all of them.
Yeah, I'm for it. Just keep on, just whatever, Blumhouse. Just keep on cranking out movies.
Crank it out. Fucking crank it out. Keep it going.
That's what I try to do in a church.
3 out of 5, 3 out of 10 good movies is better than 0 out of 1 good movie a year. So
That's a
Hey
good
man,
point.
they made Get Out. That was an Oscar winner.
Did they? Were they
Yeah.
really the? Whoa,
Yeah.
shit!
And I adore that because now on every fucking Blumhouse production, they're like, from the producers of Get Out.
it's a
Right?
Get Out, Happy
Now
Death
you're
Day,
acclaimed.
Get Out, Happy Death Day, and I forget what their third big one is.
There was another like secret prestige one that they made.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What a fucking wagon to hit your star to! Jesus.
I know, very
Look at that.
funny.
Fantasy Island. I don't know.
I fully support Blumhouse. I still haven't seen that. I can't believe you. You son of a bitch.
And then the other thing is like you could also put on from the producers of Fantasy Island, Truth or Dare, like 11 billion other terrible fucking movies. But their entire all they spend
You
on
say
movies,
terrible, I say delightful.
all they spend on movies is like $18 a year, and they make 11 billion.
Right.
So hey, good on them.
It's a great
I
return,
mean,
right? Yeah.
I'm glad that something like that exists.
Oh, me too.
I don't
Definitely.
care about Blumhouse things. I wish they branched out. You know, like the Cannon films made like all sorts of shit. I want like Blumhouse westerns and Blumhouse sci-fi and
Ooh,
shit.
yeah.
You know,
Fuck yeah.
like
call.
I genuinely would desire a production company that just makes shitty genre movies.
I'm so with you.
You thought there was one dragon, or you thought there was two dragons left, but now, Blumhouse's The Last Dragon. You are the last dragon, and it's like get like
Totally agree.
Dragon Force to do the theme song for it.
Basically writes itself.
Yeah.
Right?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Idiots with Mike's Dream Team Stream Team podcast. I'm your host, the man of 1,004 names, Tyrell Survivor, because I'm a survivor. I'm not going to give up. Find me on Twitter at 1,004 names.
I'm Faith. You can find me on Twitter at Carly Pilgers.
And I'm Killer Greg. You find me at Killer Greg 17 on Twitter.
Greg, we
The
have
We've
best.
gotten so much better at that, Greg. We've gotten so
I
much
know.
better.
Well, that's because we actually defined ourselves like you go and I go. It
Yeah, we
took
got-
a nearly 3-second conversation, and we wrinkled out all the kinks. And
We
that's
did
the
it.
kind of dedication we have for our viewer.
Absolutely.
We want to make sure that they experience the best possible experience.
I don't know who's out there right now. Wednesday, Skylar, or if this is just Greg streaming it on his computer, or if I'm still
Yeah,
have it
that's
open.
me.
Yep.
Hi, Greg.
Hi. Wait, I'll type. Oh, but I type as us, so that just wouldn't work.
It's all for you, Gregory. It's all for you.
I mean, it's not, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
It's definitely not for you.
That's how you grab life by the balls. You just assume that everything is meant for you,
Yeah.
and then you take it.
I mean, that's
Just-
also
It's also how,
potentially a red
Yes.
flag for a mental illness, but
yeah, it's also how Harvey Weinstein got in jail. So
You say illness, I say enjoying life. Live, love, laugh, you know? Steal, murder.
those are the little asterisks at the
Yeah.
bottom.
Dog days
So,
are over.
so we've been what you been up for the last 2 weeks, man? We missed you. We missed you.
Great.
Somebody really interesting directed Eat, Love, Pray. Does anybody know off the top of their head?
No.
Yeah,
It's like a real surprise.
Eat, pray, love.
Oh, Eat, Pray, Love, yeah.
Right.
Martin Scorsese.
That would be tremendous.
Oh, it was Ryan Murphy. But that
Was it?
obviously you're all shocked.
What?
Oh!
No, there was there was a lag on my side. That's why I was like,
Yeah.
that's all it was.
Um,
Classic Murph dog. Oh,
I
man.
know it's surprising because I actually like most of what Ryan Murphy does, minus Glee.
Okay.
But and I guess I haven't watched American Horror Story because I don't like being spooked.
Right.
But like I liked Nip Tuck. I liked Popular. I like his I like the assassination of Gianni Versace. That was super good. And I like that O.J. Simpson thing he did, which was fucking awesome.
Okay.
Anyway, I think he's an interesting guy, and I did not expect him to have done a like popcorn movie starring Julia Roberts about a book
Sure.
middle-aged women read.
I feel like there are directors who like to surprise you the way that actors do. Like, oh, you didn't expect me to put on a bunch of makeup and hide under whatever guise this is. I feel like there are definitely directors like that.
Yeah.
It's me, Simon Pegg. I'm everybody. Look at that.
Right. Right.
You didn't think I was in this, but I secretly am. What's going on with me?
Before you start, Greg, I just want to say hi to Bulletproof in chat. How you doing?
Hey, hey, hey.
Tyler.
Yeah, I'm glad to see you too. Sorry, that was totally heartless, but it was an emotional thing. I have a disease where I can't emote properly.
That's a lot from Greg.
He's what we call anti-empathy.
I'm an incredibly empathetic person. I just
Greg is a great hugger. I'll say that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
You can't. You know, they say that like if you don't yawn when someone else yawns, that you haven't you don't have empathy, which I find interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the psychology is it, but like there's something about it. Like if you yawn and I just like stone face you, look out.
That's why I just slap people when they yawn.
I'm a sociopath.
Huh.
You never made me feel feelings. Yeah.
That's the right move.
No.
You can't show weakness.
I don't.
Yeah, you can't show weakness.
Skylar says, "Eat, Pray, Love" is the how to win friends and influence people for Karens.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
How to Win Friends and Influence. Is that a David Foster Wallace book?
Yes, I believe so.
I bought one David Foster Wallace book. It was the like things I tried and will never do again or whatever it was.
Okay.
And I got like 6 pages in, and I was like, I just can't. This is dense and stupid at the same time.
That's how I feel about the Silmarillion. Every time I've tried to read it, like I can't. This is like an encyclopedia of knowledge, and I can't get into it.
Yeah.
Like I want
even
to know,
by
but
like
I can't.
fantasy nerds, they're like, we don't touch that, right?
Yeah, it's hard.
That's like
It's
a
like
sacred
reading the
tome.
encyclopedia. It's fucking difficult. So I get it.
Have you tried
You gotta
chicken?
go to Lord of the Ring Rabbis to read that.
Right? No joke. I need like Silmarillion for dummies. That's what I need.
Have you tried?
It's called The Hobbit,
Yeah.
right?
No joke.
I just read Chicken Soup for the Apathetic Soul. It's
There
really
you
just.
I'll
It's
do it.
just. It's just.
I buy that.
It's just
Right?
200 blank pages.
Time. Could you imagine that existing in this world? Because that was like a phenomenon. Like
Yeah.
chicken
Yeah.
soup for the whatever.
Yeah.
That was a cash cow for sure.
I feel like the masses would just use it for fire, like kindling now.
Yeah, well, I mean, these are tough times.
Oh, Skylar says Dan Carnegie wrote it, not David Foster
Oh.
Wallace.
Okay. Wow. I'm the dummy here.
Well, I'm the one who said yes, so I'm also the dummy. But
You're
hey,
validating my dumbness, and I appreciate that.
that's
in
what I
you.
do.
You make me feel good about myself, because at least I'm not you, right?
You're correct, Greg. I believe in you.
I'm so sorry. That was so. That had some venom in it, and I love you. I love you for real reasons, not fake sociopath reasons.
I let you be the idiot you're supposed to be.
Well, okay. I was apologizing, but now fuck you. So.
Well, I'm sorry too.
I should have taken my medicine today. Now I can't breathe.
I feel that. I've had a headache for fucking days. So much that I almost didn't make a list. But I finally found some special Advil that was designed to reduce the swelling in my face. And
Did you have to crush it up with a credit card and put it up your nose? My favorite kind of Advil.
I haven't reached that level yet. I'm not dismissing it. I mean, that's always on the back burner. But no, so far still over the counter.
Because I was gonna say because the Purdue pharmacies just like pled guilty to the fact that oxytocin or oxycodone is like they did not abide by any studies that proved it to be like really addictive. So we might be doing like an opioid thing soon in America. It's fucking crazy.
Soon?
Yeah.
It's like the #1 killer now. Like,
I know,
people...
but we might be rolling back on opioids because we actually have.
Good.
I know we should.
It's.
I mean, it would be nice if we introduced some like programs to help people get off them. For sure.
I mean, yeah, maybe, but also, have you tried just not doing it?
Well, I have, but
I'm kidding.
I haven't. I've never gotten addicted to pain pills because I don't go to the doctor because I can't afford that shit. So
I know.
take that, system.
It's such, like, opioid addiction and the like epidemic around here is so indicative of like such dramatic problems. Like,
Sure.
people get addicted to heroin, and that's like, it sucks, you know. And but I get it. Like, you do drugs, and like I've known people who've done heroin, and like it makes them feel good. But
Sure.
that's a failing of like some systems. But at the end of the day, that's like the person who sells heroin to a heroin guy. I don't think there's like malicious intent there. I think you're just like a bad person.
I mean, you're just trying to make your money just like anybody else.
Right.
Unfortunately.
But they knew it, man. Like, they knew it, and they paid people to pretend like it wasn't the case, and then they lied,
Yeah.
and then they stole it to everyone.
Right.
And then doctors knew it, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this could ruin your entire fucking life, but like, I really need that $1.50, so
Shaky.
Right.
because I have to pay off my $230,000 in student loans."
Right.
So sure, Mr. Opioid manufacturer, if you want me to push this, I will.
Ugh.
Because you tell me it's safe, even though everyone knows it's not. It's
Right.
fucked up.
Absolutely.
I found a website. I'll try to remember it for next week. I actually found
Where
it.
to buy opioids.com?
No, it was a website where we can search your doctor, like, and see what kickbacks he's taken from pharmaceutical representatives.
Oh,
So were they like
love that?
give them money and stuff
Yeah,
to
you
like
do.
push this drug, push that drug, and
Right.
oh man,
Gross.
That's
It's hard enough finding
that's
a
great
doctor.
website.
Now I gotta worry about not finding a doctor that's crooked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I had a friend the other day who was going to a therapist, and the therapist was not in his network. But
Okay.
the insurance company would still pay for it, but he had to do all this like extra legwork, like get extra
Sure.
papers signed and submit them and all this shit. Why then? It's basically
He's actually
like,
pretty lucky.
well, for sure.
Yeah. Oh,
But
absolutely.
it's basically like, no, we'll cover this, but you have to do the clerical work for us. We need to make sure
Right.
that we're not paying
Well, that's all
some
insurance
lady
is.
somewhere
Insurance-
to spend an extra 4 cents on this.
Insurance is just admin work. That's all it is. It just adds extra layers of bullshit. That's why it's so fucking expensive.
I think the main thing
Because
is
there's dozens and dozens of people filling out piles of paperwork.
we're just gonna lose that. Don't matter. I think like if you're in network, it's easy for them to report it to someone. But if you're out of network, then you need to report it yourself. And I think a lot of like places won't let you report out of network because
A lot of the psychiatrists that I looked into didn't even accept insurance. So, and I'm
That's
sure
been
it's
my
because of a lot of that horse shit because they just can't be bothered to deal with it.
But
And I don't
because of
blame-
that, they're like slightly more reasonable.
Sure.
You know, everybody has a story about that time that they went to the doctor and said they didn't have insurance, and then they got a different price
Oh
Right.
yeah.
because fuck America and
Yep.
fuck this all, fuck it all. Honestly, just
Yep.
Our healthcare system is flubbernucked. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie, and like I recognize what I'm about to say has like wrinkles in it that don't make logical sense, but like
Got my mute
I
button
was
on.
kind
Hold on.
of I was kind of looking forward to burning down America after Trump got reelected.
Yeah. I agree.
Because like it's one of those things where like
Because now we're
I'm
just going to go back to the status quo.
right, Trump getting reelected would have been a nightmare. He was a literal nightmare man. But
Yeah.
it is
He
a
was a fucking
nightmare that people need to like inspire change.
I agree.
I mean,
I totally
I'm
agree.
glad he's gone, but also,
Sure.
Oh
like,
yes, absolutely. I wish we didn't have just another.
I want both. You know, like I want him gone, and I want somebody who actually gives a shit.
Right.
And I guess
That
that's
was too
too much
far
to
to
ask.
dream.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to talk about Greg's PS5. I didn't want to talk about the Great Reset. Ugh.
You don't really know me, do you, Ty?
So you're gonna get it, bud. That's what we're heading towards right now. Have you heard about the Great Reset?
No. Is it
It's
about the Jews replacing us?
No, it's about basically us becoming a. It's remember all those conspiracy theories we always heard about, like the New World Order, where everyone just becomes into one thing, and we are all just one world, and the government is
Sure, one
hyper
global government.
one global government, and we are all chipped and working and happy. It's Orwellian. That's what people are working towards right now.
It's what the evangelicals have been running on for
Yeah.
decades.
And we're getting like the people are actually like literally pushing this for realsies.
I mean, I don't see
Well,
any
the
problem with a
evangelicals don't
one-world
understand.
government. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
think
evangelicals
countries
don't
are
understand that
stupid.
the Book of Revelation was simply an allegory for the Roman Empire. So they've been running on this myth.
Yeah.
I understand the myth, but there are people who are pushing for a great reset, where we basically like hit the reset button on everything. We revert back to a one world thing, and like no one has any autonomy anymore except for the people in charge. And I don't.
How is that any fucking different? That's literally what's happening.
Do I get to vote for Nixon in a robot body?
No.
Naturally.
Oh. Well, then I'm out.
You will own nothing. You will own no property. You will rent everything from corporations, and you will deal with it and be happy, or else you will get a shot in the neck that makes you happy.
Am I still happy
You mean
now?
like some sort of pill I could take that would make me feel good and then I would get hyper addicted to it?
No. But also
Not
maybe.
like that.
No, but
I mean,
one that's forced down your throat. I don't. I just want to get into this. Like, I get into conspiracies, but I mean, this is all things that just, I don't believe we're actually going to do a great reset.
No, I know you
I don't
won't.
either.
I know you don't.
But-
like the point I'm making is like we're there, bud. Like game
the
over,
po-
man.
The point is, like, we're going back to the status quo, and there's going to be no change. Yeah, that's what you're saying. There's no change. We're just going to be
Right.
like, hey, well, the fact that the people are like, you know who was great president? George W. Bush. He was a real stand-up guy. It's like, what?
So
Yeah.
sick.
I'm sorry.
I do like those paintings of his though.
Well, yeah, he's presenting himself as an adorable man-child. I mean, it's great PR.
I mean, it's certainly on brand for him. That's what he always was. That's why people were,
Sure.
upset when he was the president.
not
Right.
a cokehead murderer who executed like how many fucking people? But no.
Right.
He was a lovable goof who was like, say, oh boy, I'm gonna go out there and hope there's not a 9/11 today. Uh-oh, there was a
Yeah, I'm not gonna
9/11.
vote again.
Not gonna vote again.
Oh no, that's what I didn't want.
Fool me once, shame on you. He fooled me twice, and said I'm not gonna be fooled again. Bless him.
Man, politics is just everything's fucked. Everything's fucked.
Everything's fucked. Yeah.
Yeah. So PS5's cool.
Good.
Good.
Yeah. No, I'll talk about fun things that aren't depressing things.
So you're enjoying the
Um,
gameplay of the games you do have.
Yeah. As I was saying before the stream, and I cut myself off because it was actually the only interesting point I made, is that it's very hard to actually distinguish different generations now.
Interesting.
And, like, so I got the Xbox Series X and I got the PS5. I got them both.
Okay.
The Xbox is, like, literally not an upgrade. The load times are faster, which is great.
Okay,
Which in some
sure.
games is like really great.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sure.
the quick swap between games is cool, but like situationally good. And also, I hear a little broken now. The
Oh,
fact that
good.
you can have like 3 games running and just switch between them is cool, but like most games have an online component now, and when you switch off of the
Right.
game, the online component stops. So when you switch back,
Sure.
like when I switch away from Destiny and when I go back, they're like, you logged out, and then I have to do the whole thing over again. So the quick swap jet gives me literally no benefit.
Sure.
Um, the user interface is identical to the Xbox One. I mean, identical, like no upgrade at all. It is the exact same operating system. And also, they have no fucking games for it. Again,
Huh.
literally, like no new games for the Xbox Series X. It's all games that had already previously come out that are supposed to look a little bit better, but like I can't really see it.
Hmm.
Um PlayStation on the other hand feels like a new system.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like real little, but it's subtle. The days of like the Super Nintendo to the N64 are gone.
Right.
The big difference is like, wow, that animation in the transition between the world and the Nexus and Demon Souls is like really smooth. That's cool.
Right.
It's like, look at that cool fog effect.
Well, we've reached a point where it's like, how much better could it actually get?
Right, right. And the big thing is, so I went almost exclusively to PC gaming now. But I'm still
Sure.
like a console guy at heart, and like when I play PC games, I still use a controller just because like, the mouse and keyboard just doesn't make sense to me, even though I know it's better. Um, but I never noticed a difference until I think I might have said this on the podcast. I don't remember. I play Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is like my game. I play it 5 hours a day. Um, I played Destiny 2 on my PC, and I was like, oh, this looks a little bit better. And then I went back to the PS4 because there was a gap. Destiny 2 came out on PS4, then like 2 months later it came out on PC.
Okay.
So started PS4, went to PC. When I went back to PS4, it was utter trash. I mean, literally like unplayable garbage.
Huh.
Like the frame rates were so low, it felt like I was playing a slideshow. The load times were insane. I mean, literally insane. Like you hit the start button to go to the menu, and you're talking like 25 seconds to get the menu up.
Really?
Mhm.
Yes, it was literally insane, and I hear it's even worse on the Xbox One.
Wow.
So now with the PS5, like I downloaded Destiny 2 on that, and it feels like I'm playing on my PC.
Oh.
Fast load times,
That's good.
doesn't feel like a slideshow, looks better, like, the frame rate's higher. It's supposed to be 60 frames per second, but I actually don't think it is yet. I think they're lying about that a little bit.
Sure.
But at least the game is playable now.
Right.
And maybe people who never left the PS4 didn't realize what trash it was. But sorry, geez, I'm real burpy. But I think that's just the upgrade. And, the fact that people can get PC quality gaming now for $500, because this computer cost me $2,200 2 years ago.
Sure.
So like maybe it's not up to date now, but this would still cost you sub $1,500, I bet.
Right.
The fact that people can do what I've been doing for a while, but cheaper, I think is a huge upgrade. So to me,
Right.
it's like a nominal upgrade. The fact that I get to play games I like not on my on my computer is nice because I don't always want to be stuck in my office. Like I work here, I do general internet stuff here, I play games here. I feel like I literally
Sure.
never leave my office.
Sure.
So I'm thrilled that I now get to experience comparable level of gameplay elsewhere.
As soon as you get your new couch.
As soon as I get my new couch, because right now it's like sitting on a bed of nails.
Oof.
Terrible.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how you got a couch that terrible.
It's just old, Like it was never particularly supportive, but just over time it's 12, 13 years old now, and it was an expensive, nice couch at the time, but
Right.
it was, I bought it in Baltimore, it went to Richmond, it went to a storage unit, it went to Cahoes, it went to South Glens Falls. It went back to Saratoga. It went to Glens Falls. It went
That
here.
couch has seen some shit.
It's been around, yeah.
Right.
Boy.
I mean, just like it's just twisting it, getting it upstairs and around doors over time.
Why has your couch had a more exciting life than I have? This is bullshit.
Yeah. And also, I've had sex on it.
Nice.
It's seen some shit.
High fives, Greg.
Yeah. And by some, I mean very little. One.
It's one time.
Well, I mean, that still
One
counts.
time,
That's still-
13 years. Sex guy.
This one time I
That's
jerked
so
off of my couch. Huzzah!
Oh, I lived that life for a while.
Wednesday
well,
states Sisterhood of the Traveling Couch.
Wednesday, you always get it.
Yeah, that
Well,
couch
that's-
witnessed me getting hit with a candle from my ex-wife.
So dark. I just can't even wrap my head
Memories.
around that.
If only she had lit it, it wouldn't have been so dark.
She was like the tiniest, sweetest little thing. I just can't even.
Yeah. Then she was a tiny, nasty little thing. But
Not-
not in the sex
not-
way.
Not in the fun way, no.
Right. Yeah, it's no fun for her.
In the don't open that box, there's something rabid in there sort of way.
If this is a severed head, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Exactly. I don't even own an ag gun. Let alone many guns.
I remember, like, we had one of her paintings hanging up in my room at my parents' house for, like, this is like what, 15 years ago, a decade ago.
Yeah.
And once Greg and her got divorced, my mom was like, "Get that painting out of here. It's got evil energy."
It was the first time your mom's like crazy theory was correct.
Right?
So
She was focusing her crazy energy in a good way.
So Greg comes over. We do this like big bonfire outside. We're all just having drinks, hanging out, eating pizza, and Greg like kicks a hole in this thing as we light it on fire. It was wonderful. I think it's still my
It was a lot of
background
fun.
my background picture
That's
for him.
good. That's cathartic.
Yeah, I have the video somewhere. It was hard to kick through.
What canvas
Yeah.
is?
Brown canvas, durable.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh man.
Just like our marriage.
All you gotta do is set a candle to it and you kick right through it.
Wow. Goddamn.
Well, brother, we love you, and
Everything was fine until she
But-
threw that candle.
I'm glad that
Legit.
you're in a better.
Yeah.
Even the divorce was fine until that happened.
We're all glad that you're in a better place now.
I mean,
So much better.
truthfully, like, I don't know how many people look back on their divorce as like a positive, but it truly was.
Of course.
It took me a long time to get back where I was,
Sure.
but I got there on my own terms, and I feel like I'm happier for it. So, fuck it.
Right. Sometimes it's just a learning experience, and you grow from it and you move on.
The crazy thing is how long ago it was at this point.
I forget
Yeah,
how
it feels
know.
like forever ago.
I've been back here for 10 years.
time has no
Crazy.
meaning.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, we're almost approaching the point. Well, not that close, but very soon, it will be like an equidistant amount of time from the marriage as to the marriage. You know does that make sense?
Banana.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it took me 22 years to get there, and soon enough, I'll be 22 years away from it, and I mean,
Right.
it's just bizarre. But in the moment, time felt like it had slowed down, but now it's like
Sure.
such a distant past.
I think we're hitting
Um,
we're hitting our tipping point next year, Greg.
Oh no, we're way past that, bud.
Are we?
I was 17 when I met you. I'm 36 now.
We did it. We got there.
Aw,
Yeah.
Happy tip-anniversary.
I love that.
Which is fucking nuts. Because I see 17-year-olds and they're
Wow.
fucking children.
Right?
But, like, I look at us and I'm like, we haven't changed at all.
I have this weird relationship with one of my co-workers whose mother is my age, and he insists on sharing his fuckboy adventures with me. He's like early 20s. He's like maybe 21, 22. It's fucking bananas.
Write
I'm
them
like,
all
you
down.
are a goddamn child.
Write them all down, record them. We will make that an animated feature. Fuckboy Adventures! Ba-da-ba-ba-bow.
It's so weird, but I'm trapped in my little corner. I've gotten this terrible reputation as a good listener because I don't really talk much.
My trick is to just leave. Or I'll straight up
I'm
be like, I
trapped.
don't want to hear this. I'll just tell them.
That's really good. Yeah, I should start whipping that out. Good call.
I typically
You're so
find that
smart,
people
Greg.
who talk at me are people I don't care about offending.
That's a good point. You have so much to teach me, Greg. You really do. Still, after all these years.
I'm just really good at being antisocial.
Or, do what I do, lie a lot.
You're good at confrontation. Like, you're the best.
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I just don't care. I mean, it's
You
really
are.
just that simple.
No, but that's it, though. That's it, though. That's an important part of confrontation. You can't care about what's going to happen.
As
And
long
that
as I'm
you
in the right.
do that really well. Right.
Like, I don't want it to come off that I like seek confrontation because I truly don't.
Sure.
But at the same time, when I think I'm right, I have zero problem informing people of that. And
Right.
it's not always to my benefit. My boss, we get into it a lot because like he'll order something. I'm going to tell this story as generically as possible as not to get people in trouble. So he needed a legal document drawn up.
Okay.
The lawyer did it, but he did it wrong.
Uh-oh. Did you do it in crayon or like with jelly or?
Yeah. It was on a napkin from a Denny's. I'm like, I don't think Denny's is
that's
part of this. They're not
Yeah.
going to notarize this. Denny doesn't have an ID.
Oh, exactly. Not gonna work.
So the legal document was wrong. And my boss was
Okay.
like, well, we'll just amend it. Like, because you can do that. You can like cross things out, initial it, and then sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And I was like, well, how much did this cost you? He's like, well, he wanted $7,000. And I was like, what? He's like,
Holy fuck!
but I talked him down to $3,500.
Holy
I'm like-
shit!
Mike, are you trying to tell me that you're comfortable paying him $3,500 to do half of the job?
Right?
He's like, well, I just need a letterhead. I'm like, yeah, but you're paying him to do it. Just call
Right.
him and tell him to fix it. And he's like, nah, it's not worth the trouble.
Wow.
And I had to lay it out to him. I was like, listen, Mike, if I came to work and you paid me $3,500 and I did 1/4 of the job you asked me to do, would I still be employed?
Right.
He's like, well, no. I'm like, how is this any fucking different? And he
Right.
and I get into fights all the time because to him, it's not worth the fight. He'd rather be on good terms with his lawyer than fight about
Right.
it. And it's like that with everything. Like when they redid our sign and it was a foot shorter than it was supposed to be.
Yeah, that
Holy
was a rough one.
I
Yeah.
was like, call them and tell them to fix it. And he's like, well, they're the best sign guys, and they do good by me. I'm like,
not the best third foot.
obviously-
If they're the
Yeah,
best,
you
they
do
would
not.
do a better job.
right. And I'm like, Mike, if you just don't want to yell at them, that's fine. I'll call them. Like I have literally no problem calling them because I am in the right. We
Right.
paid them $4,000 to make us a sign. Two of us, myself and Mike, went out with the owner of the company. We measured and told him how high we wanted it. When they delivered the sign,
Right.
they did not put it as high as we all agreed on. 3 people stood there and agreed on the height. I am 100% in the right, and I'm more than willing to go fight about it. He doesn't want to do that. He'd rather have a good business relationship with the only sign people in town than
Sure.
get his sign done correctly.
Well, he's gonna make like
Some
six.
people struggle
He's gonna
with
make
that.
like 40 more signs in the next like year, right? No, this is the only sign he's made since the first sign.
And then stuff like that happens all the time.
Right.
He'll
I
and
wish
you know, I think it's just the difference of like he's a little bit older than me, and I think that sort of like hometown relationship, like you know, like you don't piss in your own backyard or whatever the saying is.
Sure.
I get it. Yeah.
Like I kind of get it to an extent because like if he pisses these people off, like now what are his options? Like,
Right.
is it going to cost more to get the Saratoga sign guy to come up or
Rebecca,
anything?
sorry.
I don't know. But to me, I don't want to pay a large amount of money and get a job half done.
You're absolutely right. I wish I had more of that energy to hold people's people accountable. I think a lot of people just get uncomfortable
Right.
when it comes to, because I think for the most part people just aren't raised or aren't equipped to handle confrontations in like a healthy way. But you're fucking bang on all the time, and I love that energy.
I don't know. I think there is definitely a detriment because I have a confidence in that. And also I will mention that I'm a big dude, you know?
Sure.
Like I'm
sure
6'3",
that
250 pounds. Like I'm not cut, but I have like a commanding presence.
You've got presence, sure.
And I think that enables me to initiate more aggressive conversations than most people would. Because
Right.
most people aren't going to hit me. And if they do, there's ramifications for those actions.
You just hold them down. It's fine.
Right. No, thank you.
Right.
Once, I don't know what was happening, but like, Kat like charged me once. I think she was like being playful, but like I wasn't expecting it. So I just like instinctually like put my hand out.
You just stiff armed her
Just,
like you're fucking Madden.
And I just fucking blocked her. I felt so bad. Just like right in her forehead. I was just like, boom.
That happens when you become a big man.
I felt awful. I felt truly awful. I just wasn't expecting it, and she was like, I was just trying to play.
But you know what?
Like,
she learned a valuable lesson then.
What did you learn?
I know.
What did you learn today? Huh?
But I want her to know I love her, not that I like face palming her hand.
Of
Her
course.
head.
But now she knows she's got to come at you with more ninja-like tactics
Yeah.
if she wants to get up in there.
From behind
Yeah.
next time.
Right. Sneak up on you.
Yeah.
Stay out of that arm range.
Sweep the leg, Cat. Sweep the leg.
Always.
I don't think she was trying to hurt me. Like I don't think we need to teach her advanced karate tactics.
I beg to differ.
I mean, it couldn't hurt.
What does she not want to be a winner?
Right.
I mean, I don't want her to be a winner. I want us to not engage in the game.
All right.
One of these days, in case you just go completely off the rails, she's got to be ready.
All right, Cat.
Oh.
Here's what you do, Cat. All right. Hold on to this candle and then sweep the leg.
Right. She's got to be ready to take you down.
You see, imagine what would have happened in that previous situation if she had known karate.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Then you would have been, oh, okay, the things are real fucking serious, and I better take you seriously.
All right,
I don't
fine.
believe in women learning to read. You know, they're only going to use it against you.
And math. Don't forget math. We'll get you.
Oh yeah, hell no with the math. I need them learning about how fast stars are traveling.
Why she doesn't need to drive? Come
How
on.
capable you are. I love how capable you are in confrontation, Greg. It's my favorite. I love it.
I'm just mad time missed me yelling at that fucking dude in Long Island. That was like my pride and joy engaging in an argument with someone.
Dude,
He was
Sounds
right
amazing.
there and somehow missed the whole thing.
when I'm in con mode, I'm just get shit done. Pay attention to nothing. Get there. Get
Right.
started.
You put the horse blinders on.
Yeah. Facing it,
Yeah, absolutely.
I had a lot of
He's
fun.
just blind to my outbursts.
Well, I mean that too.
He's immune to them, for sure.
Oh boy, Greg's yelling again. Oh, it's gonna be. Jeez, it's gonna be a 6-shout job. Oh yeah. Yeah. Last night at work, we had a couple people in from Plattsburgh, I think they were from. Drove all the way. They spent like 2 hours just bebopping and scatting around the store. Eventually,
Did they spend any money?
they bought like
They never do.
no, they bought like 2 precons and something else. I forget. Like they spent like $50 total.
That's,
they were-
hey, that's fucking
Okay.
in Plattsburgh.
No, yeah, I'll take it. They were like,
That's the money.
Right?
they
Yeah.
were like, hey, I was
That'll buy
wondering.
you a lot of hot dogs.
Oh, garbage plates, bud. And then
No, Rochester.
Rochester. Oh yeah, Rochester. Yeah, yeah. So they were like, yeah, I wonder if the owner would like to sponsor our gaming group. So we had to talk to one of them. So how long have you guys been here? It's like 2 weeks. And Sean's sitting there like, Sean has like no poker face.
No, he really doesn't. Sean will like, but I get a lot of joy in like secret joking at people.
Yeah.
Sure.
And, like, you literally just can't do it around Sean because he'll start giggling like a schoolgirl. It's like you're blowing up the scene. The joy in this is that person does not know I'm making fun of them.
Yeah.
But now they know because you're laughing like an idiot. You're ruining the only pleasure I get.
He can't contain himself.
And then he was like, no, we've been here for a few, no, we've been here for a few years. I'm sorry, it's my first day. And then Sean starts laughing again. I was like, fuck, man. There was this painting of
Leroy.
Yeah. There's a painting of runners that I believe Greg put in Sean's back seat.
No, Mike did.
Mike did?
Yeah.
So one day, back when I was still opening on Mondays, Sean came in and took down one of Mike's paintings in the back and hung that up and put the other one like down in his office or whatever. And the moment Mike shows up, Sean just starts giggling.
It's embarrassing.
I was like, what the fuck, man? This is a slow
It's
play.
not even that good of a joke.
No, it's a funny
You're
little...
ruining your bad joke.
You're ruining your bit,
Keep your
man.
shit together.
Oh. He's just like, it's like, Jesus Christ, Sean. Have some fucking decorum.
Right.
Oh, I have something very important to tell you after the stream. Remind me, Greg.
Okay.
But it's just like learn a bit, man. Like, and Sean's just like, how do you do that? It's like, lying to customers for like my own pleasure is one of our talents. Right. If it's funny to me, then it doesn't need to be funny to anybody else.
Right. It's what
That's one of the
28
things that keeps you
years
going.
in retail have done to us.
Yeah.
Right.
Like shit. If I'm as long as I'm not losing, I don't want to lose a sale or anything. But like, if I'm just gonna like harmlessly, like, joke around something that I find funny, they don't need to know that.
And maybe that's the difference. Like,
technique.
Yeah.
I think at this point we can discern pretty quickly whether somebody actually intends to make a purchase or not.
Sure.
And maybe Sean just doesn't have that.
Sure. Good call.
Yeah.
Like, he thinks we're just blanket making fun of people, but that's not the case. We're making fun of people who waste our time.
Or just making fun of just because, just saying whatever.
Right.
Just
Or
trying to get
sometimes we just try to make each other laugh.
Yeah, that's what it's. That's a big thing
Sometimes
too.
you just say something that has no particular context to your, like, the person you're talking to. Like, you're not making fun of them, but Ty knows that when I say that thing, I'm referencing something.
Like,
That's my favorite. That's what I call a church joke, because you're not allowed to laugh, or you shouldn't laugh. But that makes it funnier.
That's good.
One of my first Albany Comic Cons, this dude comes up with like a fucking GoPro, and he's like, he says to Greg, "Who's your favorite Pokemon?" And he's like, Greg's like, I don't have a favorite Pokemon, but Ty's favorite Pokemon is Jigglypuff. He will talk to you all day about that. And the dude's like, "Oh, really?" And I'm like,
What can you do?
But that sets up other good jokes, because
Yeah.
now every time Ty and I make a reference to Jigglypuff or our favorite Pokemon, we know what we're making fun of. But like the customer doesn't, and that's totally harmless. Like, we're not going to lose a sale by talking about how Jigglypuff's our favorite Pokemon.
someone come up and like, oh, check out this Jigglypuff. You know, I can actually pull out a Jigglypuff from our like $5 bin, and be like, oh, check out this Jigglypuff, man. That thing's hella dope. And we both laugh at it, and maybe we'll make a sale about it. You know, we're actually improving customer relations because it's fun. You know,
without selling a piece of your soul.
Yeah, I guess.
If you're laughing,
that's true. As long as we can laugh.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like the kid who was
If
dressed.
you're laughing and you can make money. Fuck yeah.
Like Ocean Master kid. Oh, well, that guy could fuck himself. He was
Ocean
not buying,
Man!
He wasn't buying anything. Dude, that's a great Shredder costume. I'm the Ocean Master. Say, hey,
I
guy
love
from
that story.
Other booth, go tell him he has a great Shredder costume. And then I see the kid like defeated leaving the con.
Make
Get-
more of an effort next time.
Get better
You did him a
cosplay.
favor.
Get better cosplay or roll with it. You know.
Right.
Ugh.
What's been going on in your lives, guys?
Saw
I've had
some-
a crippling headache for days, and I finally was able to find something that helped. So I'm super pumped.
That's good. Well, is it something we can share?
Yeah, no, it's just Tylenol, like some sort of extra strength Tylenol with nasal decongestant or something. But it's doing the trick, so I'm pumped.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's hard to find an effective painkiller sometimes. Mostly
Mhm.
because my body's just dead to painkillers.
Exactly.
It's like
Like,
A to
I
leave.
have-
Sorry, bud. That's not gonna do nothing.
I have nearly constant headaches, but the past few days it's just been fucking a nightmare. Like I just want to sleep and cry. It's been awful. Like I can't do
Aw.
anything. So
Sucks. I'm sorry to
finally,
hear that.
I went to Price Chopper and I was just like, all right, all this, everything, fucking whatever, just in my cart. I'll try whatever at this point. And so I tried that and it seems to be working fine. So
the old supermarket sweep,
Cheers.
just like
pretty much,
Yeah.
I won several hams in here. Those are expensive.
Let me tell you an issue I have with supermarket sweep.
yes.
Two
please.
Okay, I'm all
So
ears.
there's two problems. One, I think, might just be the nature of the show, so you guys can inform me,
Yeah.
and the other one is real, in my opinion.
Okay.
So, at the end, when your goal is to spend as much money as possible, I
Sure.
don't know why nobody ever went to the medicine aisle.
That's a good. Maybe they don't have that. Is that possible?
See, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe since it's a fake supermarket, there's not actually a medicine
Right.
aisle.
No, I know the answer to this. I actually just
Okay.
watched a lot of the old school supermarket sweeps. It's because you're limited to, like
The
two
V, right?
or three of the same item.
I think it's
Yeah,
like
but-
5.
Is it the exact same item, or
Yes.
the same idea?
No, same item.
Right,
And
well,
then actually,
fuck it. I mean, it's
Same
like 2
usage.
NyQuil, 2 Advil, 2 Tylenol.
but no, we are in
I
a
don't
we are in a fake supermarket, so they're
I
not
would-
gonna have like
Yeah, I would have to assume that they don't have that aisle.
yeah.
Right.
No, they do have
Okay.
painkillers, but it's like you can find like baby aspirin that's like $10 a bottle, but you only get like 3 of them, and then
Still.
Right.
Still,
Yeah.
that's a turkey, man. Like,
You're right.
they're all
I
like
totally agree.
poultry, but you can only fit so much turkeys in a cart.
That takes up your entire cart. They
Maximize.
gotta get another cart.
Right.
You're
It's
absolutely
not
right.
just value; it's space.
Right. You're right. I totally agree. I
Maybe-
hate that shit now only because I work in a goddamn grocery store. So I fucking hate it. Like it gives me PTSD. Can't watch it.
So the other issue, and maybe you can add some clarity on this, is I don't know why they don't just stick their hand out and run. Like, push your cart and go whip, 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 and just fucking
Right.
funnel the shit into it. Like they're like, and then they move their cart. Nah, dude, you gotta fucking book it. Arm out. What lands
Yeah.
on the floor is just a detriment to your opponents.
because I'm
Right.
sure I'm sure I don't
That
know
one I
the
don't know.
I know the riders to supermarket sweep, but I'm sure it's along the same lines where it's like you only get like X amount of items from X section, so you only get like
What happens if you go over? Like,
They-
if I get
I
6
think you-
turkeys instead of 5, do they take the turkey off, or do I lose all my
Maybe.
turkeys?
you might
Maybe, I don't know.
it might be like a cart disqualification, so that entire
Well,
cart
maybe.
doesn't count.
Well, I'm gonna have to
That
look
could
up.
be.
I'm gonna get into the minutia. I'd like to see the charter of the supermarket sweep, please.
But Greg, the rules,
You're
the
into it.
supermarket
I mean,
sweep
you're raising-
rules.
You're raising a lot of good questions.
Yeah.
that
I've had
deserve
a
to
lot
be
of time.
answered.
I've lived a very soft life, so there's a lot of there's a lot of time to think about the logistics of supermarket.
I
sweep.
used to love that shit. That was
I
my
did too.
ish. But
Me too.
now that I work in a grocery store, I can't fucking deal with it. I can't watch it.
And also, we're
But
6
I
months
totally
in
used to watch that show.
6 months into quarantine. You start thinking about the real weird rules about stuff. It's like,
Well, I mean, why
So-
wouldn't you?
this is not the Toys R Us toy run that you got from Nickelodeon, where you can just like all the toys into your cart. Which, oh man,
God, I totally forgot about the Toys R Us toy.
I wish I had a Toys R Us Toy Rush right now. Well,
Right?
not that there's anything to
Going back.
take.
I think it's just an Aldi's
It
now.
would just be like light fixtures, no bulbs.
Yeah,
in them.
right.
The one near us is an Aldi's
Maybe some
now,
shelves.
so it's a supermarket sweep again. There you go.
Oh yeah, now we're talking. That's the good shit.
Everything old is new again.
Yes, sir.
That's too many
Supermarket
turkeys.
Sweep is back with what's her face, Leslie
Jones. Yeah.
Okay, right on.
I don't hate her
Hooray.
for how screamy she is.
I just don't care, man.
I think she's fine. Yeah, I just don't care.
Current
She's
SNL
not-
has
she's
a
not like
real
the-
dearth of people who just don't have any talent. They just are themselves now.
Right. Like, I can't get into SNL at all anymore, and I don't
Right.
know if it's because of my age or because it's just like SNL is one of those weird things where it has the ebbs and flows.
Right.
So I feel like maybe this is just a real ebb of a time where they're just
Yeah.
waiting for like their Phil Hartman, Chris
Yeah.
Farley, David
it has
Spade,
to be that, right?
Mike Myers to come in.
It's
I
Saturday Night
get-
Live
Yes.
with Chris
I mean, they're
Kattan,
still filming it, so
Will Ferrell, and Dirk. I'm Dirk.
I wasn't in love
he's a
with
toad.
the like Will Forte, Fred Armisen, Kristen Wiig SNL.
was
But
fine.
I love all of them now. Like once they're
Yeah.
unburdened by the shackles of SNL,
Sure.
like they are. Fred Armisen is one of the funniest
Oh yeah.
things to exist right now.
Sure.
Everything he touches is gold. I think Documentary Now is probably the best television show of the last decade.
He's done some great stuff.
Yeah. Portlandia is great too, but I think Documentary Now is better. But yeah, like
I mean-
all of them. Look at not Will Forte. Ah, shit, the other one. Come on, you all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
don't.
No. Oh,
Will
he's in
Arnett?
Barry. No. Come on, chat. Barry on HBO.
The guy in Barry.
The guy in Barry. Oh man. Not Will Forte.
I mean, it's still a weird.
Bill
it's
Hader.
still a weird.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. He was
Right,
he was
Bill
part of my
Hader.
he was part of my
Another. Go ahead. Go ahead.
he was part of my perfect movie. It was Bill Hader, The Rock, and I forget who the third one is. Stifler, and they all go on an adventure together to find treasure, and it turns out the treasure was actually the friendship they made all along.
I mean,
I'd watch that.
that's 2/3 of the rundown.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
I just added Bill Hader to it.
Right.
It's still a weird.
He plays
canon
the Uncle
to-
Rico
to
character.
success, for sure. I don't know if anyone's actually watching SNL other than for like, hey, look, it's a Donald Trump impersonation by Alec Baldwin.
If you-
But it's definitely still a cannonball to success.
Oh, for
Oh, yeah.
sure.
Absolutely,
like you do your
yeah.
time, and then you get to be successful.
Right.
Sometimes, unless you're Chris Kattan, good call
It's-
time.
it's
Right.
like
Well, I mean, he's not great. I don't know why he wound up on SNL anyway.
it's like the
I mean,
third worst internship you can take. It's like SNL.
Yeah.
I mean,
like-
Chris Kattan did SNL type things. You know, like at that time,
Sure.
like wacky characters was SNL.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
it
you're-
was
you're
all
right.
character based. Like they've kind of gone away from that now, with like the current things, like the recurring character. You know, fuck me.
Goat boys, and
Mango.
mangoes,
Mango.
and-
Mango, right? The mangoes, like those don't really exist on SNL right now. But at that
Oh, really?
time, it did. Like Canteen Boy and the Night at the Roxbury guys and all that shit. So like,
And
Chris Kattan
apparently-
made sense then because he was like a character.
Apparently, Penelope Spheris was way into him for whatever reason, which is a whole weird another rabbit hole to fall down.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
She's a director,
Oh, well, good for Chris Kattan.
and he
Oh.
wanted to bone him.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that. Like she was like
Yes.
there was like borderline sexual harassment against him.
Yeah. Like, really? This is the guy.
Really?
This is the
That's
guy
the
you're gonna
dick you want?
sexually harass.
I also
Right?
heard- I also heard the rumor that there was supposed to be a Mango movie in the works, but they turned the script in on like
Right.
September 10th, 2000 or 2001.
I mean, I don't want to
So-
say that we were all saved from a Mango movie by terrorist actions, but I feel like we were all saved from a Mango movie.
Thanks.
I don't
Bin
want to
Laden.
have to thank. Yeah, I don't want to thank Osama bin Laden. I don't want to have to do that.
You don't have
but
to. You need to thank George W. Bush because 9/11 was an inside job. Because George W. Bush read the script on the 10th, and he was like, "We gotta do something about this. America will not survive."
At
We gotta
all
do something.
costs.
Yeah, this can't happen.
Oh,
Oh boy, that was. Those are bad jokes.
just driving it right into the ground there.
I legitimately can't name anyone on the SNL cast right now, though.
It's
I
I
have
called-
no
still
idea.
watch it enough. Like, I watch it on YouTube sometimes.
Sure.
But I don't know. I'm not saying there's not talented people. I just think.
Wednesday says jet fuel can't melt steel beans, but mango can. They go on to correct beams, but I think steel beans is funnier. It's-
I'll always fire Wednesday. Always fucking fire.
oh.
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't get Pete Davidson at all. Like, maybe
No.
that's an old
No.
man. Like, maybe that applies to young people. Maybe young people love Pete Davidson. He's the Post
Maybe.
Malone of comedy. But
I don't fucking get.
boy,
I don't
howdy,
get
do
Post
I not
Malone
get it.
either.
I don't
So-
get Post Malone either.
I understand. Like, I could have gone and seen him and John Mulaney, who I really enjoy, but I had no interest in sitting through Pete Davidson because I don't get it.
I saw like some of his comedy, and it did not click with me. You know, like I'm not
Right.
trying to be like, fuck this talentless hack. It just didn't work with me. Like his jokes were not jokes.
Right.
It
I don't
wasn't.
get
It
it.
wasn't even observational humor. It was just sort of like statements of fact.
Ha, remember when you guys know what it's like when you're fucking your multi-talented girlfriend and you overdose on drugs? Ha 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 ha. I get this really weird smile, but I'm really kind of self-depreciating. But I'm also kind of a piece of shit. But I know that.
I gets it.
He fucked the chick from Underworld. What's her name? Kate something.
Beckinsale?
Beckinsale? No.
Yes! They had a relationship. Yes, they fucking did.
No, I
He
thought she
fucking
was with that
Beckinsale.
dude who puts her in all his movies.
Yeah, she was for a while. But then she fucking had a relationship with Pete Davidson, and I can't deal with that. I can't live in a world where Pete Davidson gets to fuck Kate Beckinsale and I don't.
I mean, you don't know that you don't get to. Have you thrown an email out there?
That's a good point. I haven't really shot my shot yet, so
Right.
that is a really good point. They were like making out at a hockey game and all kinds of bullshit.
What? Maybe he's a tremendous lover. I mean, we don't know.
He might have a
know?
huge cock. I mean, Ariana
Right.
Grande did.
I
did
don't
like-
insinuate
it's
like-
he did-
8.5 inches, and it never
Shit.
gets soft, and he can just go for days.
It better like shoot out confetti or something.
That's not
because
enough for me.
look at this kid. Like, oh my
Blows
god.
up balloons. for your
Right?
birthday.
He looks like he's
That's not
about to
enough.
devour Kate Beckinsale's face in this. He looks like if someone punched a goat in the face and the goat's
I would
like
too.
here he's just like sorry. He's like grabbing her hair like he's like a
I can't
child.
fault
Like,
him. That's
oh,
exactly how I'd look.
I don't get it.
Good on him. I don't know. He could be a very nice person. I just don't understand his
Maybe.
like star appeal. But again, I also don't understand kids.
agree.
Like there is an element to him that I think maybe just appeals to like young, like 20-year-olds. Like he does
Maybe.
have that look that I don't understand.
Like
Also-
a corpse?
Yeah, I don't know what his star appeal is either, because his filmography is like nothing. Oh,
He
good.
looks like he was recently exhumed.
It's okay, guys. He's gonna be in the new Suicide Squad, so he's made it.
Fuck me. What's he gonna be?
Blackguard.
Guy who dies to The Rock.
Guy who was already dead.
Yeah, or John Cena. I'm sorry.
The dude who he can climb anything and his head explodes almost immediately. Thank you.
That's perfect. That's perfect for him. He can nail
Is that first Suicide Squad movie the worst movie ever made? I mean,
No.
I still champion perhaps Doolittle was the worst.
It's not
Was the
Doolittle's
worst
up
movie
there.
we ever saw.
bad, but it's not the worst movie ever made. I think
But
that's.
But I think it
it's
might
bad,
be
though.
because
No.
It's real bad.
I have to include intent.
Sure.
So, I think I've said this before. Tommy Wiseau was never going to make a good movie.
Sure.
He
Bless
did
him.
not have the talent to do so. But he
Right.
also did all of that on $6 million that he made himself, and it was his passion project.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Warner Brothers has all the potential in the world to make a good movie, and they
Right.
still chose to make a movie that was incoherent and a mess. I mean, a mess. The sound was bad, the editing was bad, the plot was bad, the casting
Oh, yeah,
was
every
bad,
level.
the directing
Every
was
level.
bad. So to me, Suicide Squad
Don't forget
is
the
a
writing.
worse
Jesus.
right is a worse movie than something like The Room or Birdemic or whatever, The Troll 2. It's worse because it has so much potential.
They definitely had more resources, for sure.
Right.
There's these zombie monster things. We can't shoot them. I'm Will Smith. I'm just gonna shoot them. Well, Will Smith, thanks. You did it.
Your bullets are best bullets, guy with no powers.
Get up there, Harley Quinn, and
Was it
start
some
hitting him with
sort
your
of
bat.
Suicide Squad, am I right, guys? Wink.
If he would have winked, movie is perfect.
Which I enjoyed.
Well, yeah, maybe.
But no.
Maybe at that point.
Oh.
Who, like, come on. Come on, guys.
I mean, you're
I
not
feel-
wrong.
I need to
you're definitely
marinate.
not wrong.
I need to marinate on this for a little bit. It's up there, but I need to
For sure.
marinate.
It's definitely in the conversation.
Let's say why don't we table this till next week? Give everybody a thought about it, and instead of doing a top 5, why don't we do the worst movie ever made?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a
Discussion.
single worst movie?
Single worst movie ever made.
Wow. All right, I'm into this.
Yeah,
I'll
wow.
have to think.
Yeah, that's a
It's-
lot.
So
Again,
no time.
I have 2 front runners, but I'm willing to expand my mind. I think that Doolittle movie was unbelievable shit.
Oh my god.
That was a failure at every second of that movie was a failure.
That's one of my favorite Bad Movie Fridays because you two are both so passionate about how terrible it was.
God.
You see Wednesday? Okay, I'm not going to get too much into it, but like I think it's beyond dumb. I think it's just poorly crafted. It's like a chair with one leg, but even that leg is like
Poorly conceived, poorly executed,
right. Like I think it is a
poor on every
poorly
level.
made movie. Like it doesn't
Right.
function as its thing. It's like if I
Right.
hand you a pizza, but it's just a turkey with some
Feathers.
sugar on it.
I'll eat your sugar turkey leg, goddammit.
It's not cooked. It's raw.
Can we cook
Do it
this?
up.
No.
I'll take some salmonella.
This is just
Give me the Nilla.
this is just a burning tire.
This tastes wrong somehow.
And one leg has damaged etched into it. Yeah, that seems about right. But yes, this is our next week's discussion. The worst movie. Instead of top 5,
I
we're
totally
doing.
forgot. Go ahead.
We should just instead of doing top 5, just a number 1. The number 1 discussion.
love it.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say I somehow totally forgot about Jared Leto's Joker. Jesus Christ, that's like a whole nother level of bullshit.
Let me tell you what. I
The
think
worst Joker in the history of Jokers.
top 5 meme for me of all time is people saying mundane on the new Joker. People saying mundane things, and
Sure.
then the end one is, and then I became the Joker.
Yeah.
Like I think the only one I actually posted on like a timeline or anything was the first one was Joaquin Phoenix says my mom threw away my Nintendo, and now I'm gonna be the Joker.
What choice do you have?
I also like I'm sorry, do you think something completely obvious? And then, yes, and I'm tired of pretending that it's not.
Right. That's good stuff.
What do you guys think of that Joker movie?
I don't see it as a Joker movie. Like, I think it's fine, but that's not the DC Joker character to me.
Yeah. It's fine enough.
I think it's a fine movie about like a social misanthrope. I think it's fine. I think it speaks to modern life, but I don't see it having anything to do with the Batman's Joker.
I didn't laugh as much as I thought I would.
He made no discernible jokes.
Isn't that the joke though? Like, right? Like that's like the comedian and the Watchmen. Like the real joke is life itself. You know, man.
What was like?
The joke is
no,
the
this
joke
is
that
a.
society played on him.
If this is
I
a
mean,
comedian
that's what
movie,
they're going for. Am I right? Am I misreading what the intent is?
This is the.
No, I think you're right. I think you're bang on.
No,
but to me, the Joker makes literal jokes.
I was being facetious.
And he
I was
enjoys
like,
the Joker enjoys life.
Yeah.
The Joker enjoys making jokes, and he enjoys the absurdity of life.
He wants Batman to laugh with him at him killing people because it's funny.
Right.
Just look at it.
The Joker's having a great fucking time. He's not a miserable sot.
Do you think? Look, I'm not. I thought the movie was totally fine. I think it's like a B minus C plus of a movie. So I
think it's fine. I agree.
No, it's fine.
I'm just sort of. I'm just inciting conversation here. I don't have like a horse in this race.
The Joker didn't win an Oscar, so that it became the Joker.
That. Do you think that like this Joker could now transition into that Joker that you wanted?
No.
Like, yeah, he's a serious asshole in this movie, and like that's it. But now, like, he's free to make jokes. Like now, he is liberated to actually go out and be the Joker he wants to be.
I don't know. I feel like it's two totally different universes.
Okay,
yeah,
and that's fine. Now, you know, this goes back to a conversation Ty and I have frequently. Do you think this Joker can exist and still be the Joker? Like, is it okay that this is different? Like, they don't have to be the same?
He's not the Joker. He can be like another universe Joker. He can be like, you know, he can exist in the DC universe, but not as the Joker.
My main,
to me, he's not the Joker.
Yeah, my main issue is like I think the fact they call this Joker and loosely tied it to DC is.
Well, I would have loved this movie so much more if he didn't go to Bruce Wayne and touch his face.
Yeah.
Right? It would have. I would have thoroughly enjoyed this movie if it had nothing to do with DC Comics.
Right. Yeah.
I think it would have been a really good movie.
I mildly like.
I'm
sorry. I mildly like the theme that the mom lied to him that Bruce Wayne was his father.
Yeah.
Because in a way, like. I do find it interesting the idea that like Mega Millionaire is our savior.
Sure.
And I like the idea that there is the lie that like the mega rich care about you, and when you find that out, it can drive you insane. Like I like the theming of that.
Right.
And I like the idea that Bruce Wayne's dad might not be that great a guy. You know.
I love that. Yeah.
If you're like the central figure. If you're the central figure of an entire city and your city is shit, what does that say about you? I like all that.
I love that. Yeah.
But at the same time, I would not have minded if that wasn't in the movie.
Right. Exactly. He could have just been a really disillusioned, affected human that was completely isolated. That would have been really that would have been totally fine with me.
I mean, honestly,
it didn't have to have anything to do with the comics.
I mean, I'm going like way deep into this, but if you want to set this in Gotham, like imagine a comedian who's like even idolizing the Joker but doesn't realize it. Like maybe there's actually the Joker's running around, and then he's just like a guy telling bad jokes and then just starts killing people. I mean, and then the last half of the movie just kind of ends up in his head.
Right.
You know, yeah. Joaquin did a fine job.
Yeah, he was good in that movie. Like,
he was great. Yeah, I enjoyed him a lot, but it wasn't the Joker.
No, it was, and it's fine, but just not what I want from a. And I appreciate it because it's different. Like it's not just like Batman, I'm gonna get you with my smile gas. This was a fun, subtle.
I'm kind of over hyper realism.
Yeah.
I don't
for
necessarily
sure.
need that from a comic
For
book.
sure.
I
Even that
would,
fucking Harley Quinn movie was like a little less realism, but it was still too grounded in
Right.
reality. Like
Yeah.
I wanted legit wacky shit from that movie, and it was just like
Right.
muted colors. That movie sucked too. We got
I was-
another
yeah.
candidate in
Oh,
the
fuck yeah.
chamber.
I was gonna put that in there too.
Yeah.
That might have
That
been
was hot
mine.
garbage. Yeah.
All right.
I don't think it's the worst movie ever. I think it had some real fatal flaws to it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I totally agree.
We will talk about this next week. But yeah, as far as you go, Greg, I don't know about. I don't know about like I don't see them like really weaving that in. I think it's a good offshoot. Like I think like the
And I'm fine
Batman.
with that. I was just curious.
I think the Batman 2021
Yeah.
isn't going to be like a mainstream Bat movie. He's not going to get into Justice League anytime soon. Robert Pattinson, no. But it's just like a.
Right.
And I'm fine with one-offs too.
I don't know what I think about that movie.
I
think it
am
looks like a cool
super
movie.
stoked.
I think it looks like a cool movie. I like Robert. What's his face? I think this has a lot of potential to be a good Batman. But going back to what you're saying, like I'm sick of grittier superheroes. Like that's part of what DC's problem is right now.
And
They
that's
keep
where it
getting
looks
more
like
and
they're
more
going.
serious.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're trying to make Batman meets 7 with this next one.
Right.
But I'm mostly excited because I hope it's a train wreck.
Yeah. We talked about this, I think 2 weeks ago. The rumor
Yeah.
for it is the reason it's been delayed so much is not because of COVID. It's because Robert Pattinson doesn't give a shit. So they took a big break, and he was supposed to be like getting shredded and working out, and instead he showed up like as like a big chubby goofer. So it's like they'll do.
He showed up all super dumpy, and the director was like, "Why don't you get your shit together, motherfucker?"
Get your shit together, because they'll film like scenes with him, and then they'll film scenes with his stunt double, and his stunt double's like this giant like monster, and he's just like it's like Edward.
I fucking love it. I love that contrast. I would love to fucking see that on film. Get the fuck out of here.
Robert Pattinson is a respected actor now. Like it's obvious that when he cares, he's willing to put in the work.
Part of his caring was I'm going to become a socially awkward recluse, the way that Bruce Wayne actually would be. That's kind of what he ran with the character, which I fucking love.
I like it too.
Right? Which fueled my excitement for the project. Like I don't really care about the movie, but I want to see how terrible it is.
No, it's gonna be, and I guess the director was just like after all these having to stop everything was just like, I just want this fucking movie to be over with, so I just move on to the
Which
next
I also
thing.
love. I love a disenchanted director. I love a director who wants to wash their hands of the entire fucking project. I can't wait to see the end result.
I mean, I legit love that Fantastic Four movie, so I'm way on board
Right?
with that shit.
Ooh, that might be one of my.
Absolutely.
No, because that movie has like 3 shining characteristics to it.
Yeah, good point.
I like both the Fantastic Four movies. I don't care.
The
I enjoy
original,
them
like
both.
the Jessica Alba
Yeah.
one and the new one.
No, we're talking about because there was 3 Fantastic Four movies.
We're talking. There's
right.
3.
There was the one with its sequel, and then there was a reboot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And I enjoyed all of it.
Fan Four Stick.
So yeah, the thing about Fan Four Stick is what I truly love about it is that I think there is like a nugget of a genuinely good movie there, and if it was like an indie movie, it would have been totally fine. But the fact that it was like a Burger King movie, they were like, whoa, no, he's supposed to be like, make it like Spider-Man. Remember when he got his powers, he was like, oh, look at me, I'm Spider-Man. Your guy's screaming.
I really genuinely treasure when a good idea just goes completely off the rails. I think that's so like precious and adorable, and I just cradle it right to my heart.
Billy Tremendous, yes, Joker was just reimagining of the King of Comedy.
Billy Tremendous, terrific name,
great name, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they definitely were just trying
I'm so jealous of that name.
It's no Johnny Paradise.
Definitely just trying to capitalize on the Joker name.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with that movie.
And Todd Phillips is a fucking hack.
I could be Scorsese. I could be Scorsese, Mark. You don't know.
Right.
I really got to see King of Comedy. I love Scorsese, and I just haven't yet.
It's like it's like a better Joker.
From the little bit I know, it's almost like a beat for beat it's a beat for beat remake of the Joker. The other way around.
No, you got it right.
Yeah. Todd Phillips went back in time, baby. He really made the king of comedy. Scorsese's a hack.
I'm gonna
He
jump out
generated
for
a lot of memes.
jump out for a few
Take
minutes.
a quick little break.
Okay, we're gonna take 5, everybody. Take
All right.
5. Grab a drink. Chat amongst yourselves. Our comeback. Our top 5 today is a top 5 Survivor Series. We're doing some wrestling today. Should be fun.
Yeah.
So, and we'll do it in draft order. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1.
Fair enough.
All right. So we'll be right back. I'm excited for Adam Sandler's Joker, where it's just uncut gems, but he's the Joker. That'll be interesting, I think. Actually invested in myself in some, took some little bit of money, got myself some stocks, put everything into AMC theaters. It's going to be a little tip from me to you. Happy Thanksgiving, Mudbud. Oh, Joker Almighty. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm into that. I watched that movie. Yep. Billy Tremendous nailed how Joker got made. I want to forgotten Scorsese movie from 30 years ago. Hard pass. But it's a comic book movie. Dollar bills, y'all.
That's it too. Yeah. That's absolutely it too.
Mm-hmm.
He shut the camera.
Yeah.
He's very secretive.
Oh, what is he doing?
I don't know.
Pooping.
But he might be pooping. He might be jerking off. We don't know. That's the thing. It's a mystery.
It could be both.
Oh, here, there he is.
I do both at the same time.
Exactly. He does both at the same
I have a custom toilet.
time. Talented man.
It's like angled a little bit.
Gonna wipe your balls off
He
afterwards?
said,
Or...
"Teach me your way, you jerk off wizard." Good for you. You keep living your best life, Greg.
Not a problem.
I set myself up with an E-Trade account. I got myself some stocks. I put everything into AMC and Funko. So
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm going
Right
to
on.
make some big bank on those.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
in the
right on.
money soon, bud.
Fingers crossed.
Mickey D's on you.
I already made $3. So, hey.
Ooh. That ain't not bad.
Is Funko? Are you being serious? Is Funko publicly traded?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were giving two examples of terrible things to invest in.
No, I mean, with the COVID vaccine potentially happening, we'll see movie theaters opening up again. AMC could be back in black. And with conventions
Okay.
coming again, especially with the holidays coming up, Funko Pops, very popular gifts,
Sure.
could be coming up hot. So,
AMC was in trouble pre-coronavirus, though. Like, they got into that
Really?
fight with MoviePass, and no one was going to movie theaters. Like, I thought they were already, like, on the precipice of bankruptcy before COVID.
Interesting.
no, Regal was. AMC's different. They were like at the beginning of the year. They were at like $25. They're like $3 right now. You saw the decline with the coronavirus. So I'm hoping for a bounce back. So we'll see.
I love your optimism.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Absolutely. I hear your perspective.
You know, it's the same thing as just buying magic packs. It's all scratchers. You win some, you lose some.
But I get magic packs at cost. That's the difference.
Well, I got AMC stock at cost. I own a whole 6 shares. So,
Nice.
Worst case-
$20.
worst case scenario, I will own AMC at the end of the year.
I believe in you.
Well, Ty, I'm proud that you're investing your money, and I wish you the best of luck.
So Survivor Series did happen this weekend. It was a fine
Get the
enough
fuck
show.
out of here.
It was fine. The best part was the women's Survivor Series match where Lana ended up getting into the match, and when she tagged herself in, she fought Natty for like 3 minutes, and then she got tagged out, and they made her stand on the stairs for the entire match without tagging her in. It's like, no, you stand right there. And then at the end, it was oh man, what's ponytail chick from SmackDown? I made this joke earlier when you were talking about ponytail.
Chick from SmackDown.
She was on NXT. She has the big ponytail she whips people with.
Oh, Bianca Belair.
Yeah, Bianca Belair versus Nia Jax, and they both got counted out. So Lana was your winner. She was a sole survivor,
Aww.
which was real funny because everyone hates Lana.
What's up with her?
Look.
Like, they've been treating her like shit, right?
Yeah.
Is this like a kayfabe thing, or is it like, are they mad at Lana?
I think it's like blurring lines.
So they're mad and they
Interesting.
hate her.
Go lay down.
I love
Over.
Lana.
Come on.
I know
Yeah.
she's not the best in the ring, but she's fucking fire on the mic and
Yeah.
sexy as fuck. I love Lana.
Go lay down. Come on. Get. Go.
Pretty good looking.
No joke.
So,
I think WWE's in trouble.
oh
By
yeah,
the way,
absolutely.
I know they've been in trouble for a while, but I think they're legit in trouble. I don't know what I saw, but I saw that they're like in debt, like $30 million or something.
Oh no, they
I'd
just
be surprised.
they just had to settled their lawsuit with Saudi Arabia, their companies, for like $30 million, which is
What was
nuts.
the lawsuit over?
There were lies that happened during the thing, like they left early when they were supposed to, or something happened. So they
Huh.
were in debt to the Saudis for a bunch, and they settled it for $30 million.
Huh.
But good
Interesting.
news, they have Pyro again.
That is good news. That excites my emotions.
Yeah, Billy, I go for things that I think will make money. If I could buy stock in AEW right now, I would. I'm not spending money on WWE stock.
Sure.
Nah.
Nah.
Oh, what was I about to say? Oh, I don't know. Oh, but it's more than that. Like there's just like no goodwill towards WWE anymore. Like none.
Right.
You know, and now with them telling their wrestlers that they can't be on Twitch and like Cameo and stuff like that.
It felt like a nail in the coffin, for sure.
Agreed. It's like a weird tipping point, and then they fired that girl Selena Vega for like even mentioning a
Union?
union.
Yeah.
Bad news bears. Like that's
Yep.
Right.
that's trouble.
Yeah.
Especially when there's a competent promotion going also.
Right.
You know,
I'm becoming
for
real
people-
strong.
Right. For people like Xavier Woods, it would be incredibly lucrative for him to ditch WWE, I think.
Absolutely. There's a ton of WWE stars who could completely abandon WWE and be totally fine.
Unless you're on like, you know, a TV show outside of wrestling shows, you know, like The Miz would be stupid to leave WWE.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even though I think he'd be great in AEW or literally any
Sure.
other promotion, but like he'd be an idiot. He's a
Right.
millionaire because of how much they love him and how marketable he is.
Right.
But there's so many people. There's like, why? They're not even paying you that good anymore.
Right. You're
And-
totally right.
And this line, and you know, like I know California passed it with Uber and stuff, but this line of like, you're under contract but you're not an employee is fucking bullshit. You know,
Right.
and that's obvious.
Mhm.
But it's different when it's like you're under contract, you can't do this other stuff, but real different when they say like, oh, you can't do Twitch and stuff like that.
Right.
Like you're not an employee, but also you can't work for any other companies. Like that's a mega lawsuit in the works.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And all they
Absolutely.
need is someone legitimate to sue them.
Right. I feel like that's where they're at now. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they've got to either shit or get off the pot. Either these are employees or they're not.
Right. Either you're an employee and we pay you as such and we give you health care and all that stuff and you can't do
Right.
Twitch unless we say it's okay,
Right.
or you're not. Like
Right.
I don't have any stake in this. Pick one.
Right. Totally.
But,
I totally agree.
You can't just take advantage of your wrestlers like that and get away with it because you're giving them millions of dollars. When I legitimately feel like not many of those wrestlers are making the millions everyone thinks they are.
No.
I totally agree. I doubt that highly.
Especially since a lot of it's on the back end, right? Like, you don't get paid a lot to wrestle, but like if your merch sells real good.
Well,
Right.
there's merch, there's like pay-per-view
There's a lot of
paydays,
shady nonsense.
which I think one of the reasons they've been doing so many like big Rumble-ish type things recently is try to give more people like the pay-per-view paydays. Like they started off Survivor
Sure.
Series with like a big like 30-man Royal Rumble-ish thing, you know.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Alistair
good on them,
Black
I guess.
suspiciously
Yeah.
absent.
what was?
Are they fighting with him? What's going on with him?
Zelina Vega's husband.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Who was absent?
Motherfucker's about to get
Oh, yeah.
Nia Jaxed. Mark my words.
What?
Setting out the
Yeah, right.
enforcer.
Accidentally injured for forever and then
Right.
sent to Japan back home with her husband?
The first
Yeah.
mixed Mitch tag match in years. Nia Jax goes out and just fucking clobbers Aleister Black into oblivion.
I wouldn't doubt it. Would not surprise me.
Now we know why she's still on the roster.
Good news
Right.
for you though, Greg. Speaking of the New Day, since you have your Xbox Series, whatever, if you boot up using your Xbox Games Pass Ultimate and play Gears of War 5, you can play as the New Day.
That's pretty rad.
Aw. Yeah, that's adorable.
With
I love
their-
that.
And
with-
Batista.
And Batista. With
Whom I love.
Batista, you can actually
Ooh,
play
yeah.
as... Batista will replace Marcus Phoenix in the campaign if you want him to.
Oh, I want him to.
How cute.
Batista's one of my favorite people on the planet, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's great.
Really endearing.
But today's top 5 is not a top 5. It is a draft. A wrestle draft. Where we are picking...
Oh shit, it is a draft. I probably should have made some backups.
I said draft before we went to break, and
I've made it abundantly clear that I don't listen when you talk.
so Greg's going first in this draft.
Yeah.
I will go first because I can virtually guarantee none of you have my first one on your list.
All right,
So
uh,
I
it's
feel
almost like a
confident that way
preview.
too.
So here's how we're doing things. You can pick one wrestler, any brand, any time period. If you want to specify a time period, you can do that. But
Sure.
or you just do like an overall whomever. Like if you just want to pick Hacksaw Jim Duggan, you don't have
No
to
one
say
wants to pick Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Why would you even say that?
How do I cross something out on a computer?
you don't have to say Hacksaw Jim Duggan from WCW. Or you could say, I want Sabu from ECW 1998, But
Sure.
but if you call that person, they're gone. So it's not like you can say like Sabu 1998 and I can be like, oh, I'm Sabu from WWE ECW 2003.
I didn't get that specific.
So, all right, that's fine too. Either way,
I did a little bit.
Okay.
which is also fine.
Wait, so you're saying like Sabu is Sabu. I don't get
Sure.
ECW Sabu and you get
There's two
WCW
Sabus.
Sabu.
Right.
Yes,
Okay.
Right.
but you can specify a Sabu, but if you pick Sabu, no more Sabu for anyone else but you.
We all know there's not going to be two Sabus.
You Sabu? No can do.
If I can't have him, I would be Sadu.
This is some Erica Badu.
And I'm out. All right, you want me to go first?
So we do have some
first,
brand
please,
colors
Greg.
instead of red and blue brand, Raw and SmackDown. Greg, would you like to introduce your brand?
I'm Team Thundercock.
World
Full
champion,
stop.
World Championship Thundercock Wrestling. It's not like a
Right.
team. Yeah.
No, it's a team. They're all teams, man. We got We had Team DiBiase and Team. Oh, by the way, all right, I pulled this up. Oh, did I close it already? I had the first Survivor Series team, and it's
Ooh.
the saddest thing of all time.
I think I remember this one. I don't remember
Hold on,
who it
all
was,
right.
but I remember being
Let me
like
find
real,
this real quick.
real like someone's excited for this, huh? All right.
All right.
Excited for it?
Okay. On one side, we have your heels, I assume, because it's primarily African Americans. That's a lie. Only two. We have Akeem, Big Boss Man,
Okay.
Haku, Ted DiBiase, and the Red Rooster. This is your main event of
Oh, wow.
Survivor Series 1. Versus
Look, he should have been something, all right?
Hercules, Hillbilly Jim, Hulk Hogan, Coco Beware, and Randy Savage.
Coco beware! Coco beware!
I'm pretty hyped for that match, actually.
Yeah. You know,
Oh,
that's,
come on.
I'd watch that.
I'm
There's
pretty
not
hyped for that.
there's a
You got Macho Man,
one,
Randy Savage
one
in
and
the
a
mix.
half out of 10 good wrestlers in that match.
There's some good names, though. I'm pretty hyped for that.
Yeah.
I'd watch
I'm giving Haku a half.
How cool will eat your goddamn soul, all right?
Also, fun fact, Hulk Hogan also in the other main event of that Survivor Series.
Fuck me.
It was Hulk Hogan versus the same team again, but by himself.
Yeah.
Leg drop after leg drop.
The other one's a little better, I think. One of them, wow, weird. Maybe not. The other one was Andre the Giant, Butch Reed, don't know who that is, King Kong Bundy, One Man Gang, and Rick Rude.
That is
Versus,
a weighty team.
Yeah.
versus Bam Bam Bigelow, Don Morocco, don't know him, Hulk Hogan again, Ken
Sure.
Patera, and Paul Orndorff. Hulk Hogan
not-
in both main events of Survivor Series 1.
Those aren't bad.
Listen up, brother. I can double book. We're good.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Okay, that's two separate years, but they took place in the same venue.
Okay.
So Wikipedia
okay.
lumped them together.
Fuck you, Wikipedia.
Yeah, suck a nut. Also,
Right?
here's the other weird outlier for this. Survivor Series 2010. Can you guess who the main event was? It was special guest referee John Cena.
Oh.
I could give you one of the combatants if you'd like, but the other one,
I'm guessing one is The Rock.
nope. I'll give you one. Randy Orton. Makes sense.
Jesus
2010.
Christ.
Who would Randy Orton have wrestled for the main event of Survivor Series 2010?
Hogan?
No.
With Cena as guest referee. Is it Batista?
No. Are you ready?
Taker?
Superstar Wade Barrett.
Aw, Stu! I love you, Stu.
You should have said, I'm afraid I got some bad news. It's Wade Barrett.
Good call.
I'm
That
not
is
good at
fucking-
jokes.
That is
That's a
fucking
wild one, though,
brilliant
right?
fit.
Yeah.
Because, like, look at the ones around it. Batista, Undertaker, Jericho, Cena, John Cena, Shawn Michaels, Cena, Rock, Punk, Cena. And then nestled right in the middle, good old Wade Barrett.
Afraid I've got some good news for you.
I thought Stu was going to be a superstar.
He was good. He had a
That
look.
surprised me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking loved him. What happened there?
One might
Something.
call
He
him.
probably got injured or some shit.
Oh, fuck. I forgot. I can't remember his name. Never mind. Joke over. Moving on. My number one.
Greg, number one, your
I'm
team
for that, Greg.
your
All
team
right,
captain.
I envisioned my team as a heel team.
Sure.
Both because I like heels in general, but whatever. And my first pick I chose because I can't possibly imagine a heel team at a Survivor Series without this person. Triple H, because
Sure.
he's never seen a main event he didn't want to insert himself into.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good call.
And he can't, there's no excuse for him not to do it because there's got to be 5, right?
Right.
Like, okay, I guess I can't main event WrestleMania this year. That's got to be like a singles match. But I mean, guys, you need to pick 5. Trips is doing nothing. I'm not spending
Right.
Thanksgiving with the old bag.
The old ball and chain over there.
I gotta take my shirt off and ride a fucking motorcycle.
You're right. It's a perfect scenario for him to shoehorn himself into. You're
I'm
absolutely
sorry,
right.
Dad isn't home for Thanksgiving. He's got to ride his motorcycle to wrestle the Undertaker.
That is, I mean, he is a good classic pick.
Oh yeah, that's a
fucking-
good number 1.
Absolutely.
Not a driver of mine. I just can't picture a heel Survivor Series without him.
Oh no, that's
No,
great.
you're absolutely
Great heel
right.
team. Also, follow Greg at KillerGreg17 on Twitter. I see we have some viewers going on here. Greg, the Mauve brand. World Championship Thundercock Wrestling Team Thundercock.
It's
Number 1.
regal and seductive.
Number 1 is Triple H. Faith, you are up next.
I think I decided I was Her Majesty's Wrestling.
Yep, and you are the orange brand.
Right, because I leaned towards Brit Rest. And my first pick is Walter. He's so fucking intimidating, and I miss that from modern wrestling. Like, he's legit scary.
He's the NXT champ? The
He's-
British NXT
Yes,
champ?
exactly. He's Austrian, I believe.
Yep.
He's
I'm not
fucking-
saying he's British, but he's
Right.
NXT
He
Britain
is the
or whatever.
British.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes, he was the British NXT champ. Yes.
Okay.
And he's fucking scary. He's like a good wrestling monster.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also super smart, which I love. A gorilla grodd, if you will. So
I will.
he's my first pick. Do you want Josh's first pick, or would you like
No.
to save that till later?
Save that
Okay.
for later.
Okay.
I have to go next, so I don't want him stealing my picks. All right.
Yeah, just read his at the end because
Okay.
he's not drafting. He's fantasy booking.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the green brand in the IWF Idiot Wrestling Federation, I have none other than one of the GOATs of all time, possibly the greatest captain you can have for any team, Mr. Chris Jericho.
Nice.
Like, if you want someone to lead a team, I don't even need to put a time frame on it. Any Chris Jericho will do.
Always the goat.
He's going to be out there. He's going to push in the team, and he's going to be killing it.
Do we have an era? I feel like you should pick an era.
I mean, it could change whether he's a heel or face. That could be significant.
Okay.
That's true.
If you want, if I need to pick heel or face, I will pick heel Chris Jericho.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's like the pick, right?
Yeah.
Like that would have been second for sure.
Specifically, like starting like suit heel Chris Jericho. Like when he made the heel wearing the suit to the ring the best thing in the world. Yeah.
He legit is the greatest of all time now, right?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
is there even a debate?
Yeah, of course.
I guess
Not
the
to me.
only caveat I could put in there is how you define, like, how important transcendence is.
Yeah.
Because Hulk Hogan transcended wrestling. You
Sure.
know, like he was in lots of movies. Everybody knew who Hulk Hogan was. The same as like
Sure.
you never watch a basketball game, but you know who Michael Jordan is.
Sure.
I think you'd still have to go kind of far to get like people to know Chris Jericho.
Yeah, you're not
Like
wrong.
you have to be a wrestling fan to know who he is.
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way, yeah. But also,
You're right.
So greatest of all time wrestler, I think it's Jericho.
But
I think
also, fuck that
there's
guy.
no question.
Right.
Greatest of all time wrestling star. I think you still gotta give it to Hogan.
I think when you add star to it, that definitely makes a difference.
Well,
But
I'm glad
also,
you
fuck
guys.
that guy.
I'm glad you guys put it that way because my number 2, since we're doing.
Wait, what is a snake draft?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing Snake.
Well,
Snake
I would not have gone Triple H first if that was the case. Fine.
My number 2 for the Green Brand, the Idiots Wrestling Federation. Follow me on Twitter at 1004 names. Follow us on Twitter at Ultra Cool Idiots. My number 2. Kenny Omega.
Nice.
Oh.
Good one.
I thought about that for sure. Problem is, I don't know that much about Kenny Omega other than his pedigree. Like, people know him as great. And I like him in AEW, but I haven't been watching as much. He is great. He's a tremendous wrestler.
Okay.
My issue with Kenny Omega is that he goes out of his way to be a goofball. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to wrestle with a 10-year-old girl or a blow-up doll because he's talented enough that he can go with Okada for fucking a brilliant 5-star match. So that would be my one issue with Omega, that sometimes he might get carried away with the silliness.
That's why I like him, because he can do a 5-star match, but also you have infamous clips of him kicking a little girl in the face or or doing Canadian destroyers to a blow-up doll. I mean,
I do want to kick children in the face. I'm not saying that.
Did you guys watch the press conference for their video games that they did last week?
no,
Where
I
they were all
thought
dressed like Steve Jobs.
Where every single one who came out was dressed as Steve Jobs. I thought
Yeah,
it
that
was
was fun.
I thought it was funny when Kenny Omega did it. I'm like, oh, this is a funny little
real
thing.
fun.
And then each one came. Oh,
Right.
that was. They
was real
didn't
fun.
have to do that. They could have just been like, new video games coming, and then just played the
Right.
trailers.
It's real fun.
But the fact that he made it a thing, and that was just him. It was like, maybe I could go out
Right.
there and do this thing, right? Like, we have
Right.
the venue.
Right.
I think that's just
no, it's,
so good.
They
I'm all
definitely
about
like
it.
to have fun. I appreciate it.
Kenny
thought that's
Omega,
great.
good choice, and Jericho and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
I feel like you just win, right? But-
Right? That's a great team. Fucking Jesus.
wait till you get to my next 3. Faith, you're up. Orange Brand. Her Majesty's
My
Wrestling.
number 4
Follow
for Her Majesty's Wrestling.
follow Faith at Carly Pilkers on Twitter.
I'm going with Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne's still very young. And once all that shit came out about British wrestling being so inundated with creepers, a lot was put on his shoulders about how do we fix this? Where do we take this? And I felt like he rose to the occasion. He's brilliant in the ring. He's brilliant out of the ring. I've never seen him break kayfabe. He is always a grumpy Gus. And he's fucking dazzling in the ring. I can't take my eyes off him. He's a special, like, once in a generation talent, and I fucking love him.
Yeah, Pete Dunne's phenomenal. Yeah. From the chat, Chris Jericho has been picking football games on ESPN radio for months. Truly the transcendent star of the era. From Billy Tremendous.
Ooh.
Interesting.
I mean, I totally agree. I don't know if, but
I'd be
again,
curious
I
how you
don't know.
defined era.
And I don't know, like, if, like, Ty, if your mom would know who the hell Chris Jericho is.
Oh,
you
she
know?
would.
Like. Okay, I don't know if Josh's mom would have any idea who that name is, but, like, she's gonna know who Hulk Hogan is. So.
Right.
Right, that's where the transcendence comes in.
I can say Chris Jericho to my dad, and he'd be like, "Oh, good Canadian boy."
Well, yeah, because
I
your
mean-
dad's a professional athlete and a Canadian, so he's
We
forced
also
to
have to
He has no choice.
possibly throw The Rock in too.
Right.
The Rock is the highest paid actor in Hollywood.
No,
like,
yeah,
4 years
the-
running now.
Yeah, The Rock
That's
would
a good
be.
point.
I'd say The Rock
He
might
would be
be.
the equivalent to Hogan.
But here's the thing. Hulk Hogan never stopped being a wrestler. Chris
Sure.
Jericho never stopped being a wrestler. The
Sure.
Rock is a movie star who
Right.
was a wrestler.
Good call.
Yeah. Yeah.
I truly feel like there's a pretty clear line of delineation between Rock the actor and Rock the wrestler. whereas that never existed with Hogan, even though he wanted it to, but it couldn't because he just
Right.
it's Hulk Hogan.
Because he was in fucking Mr. Nanny or whatever the fuck that shit was.
Right.
I mean, he tried. He tried to be an actor.
So yeah,
What was that show?
Thunder in Paradise.
What? Yes, exactly.
We watched some episodes of that for WCWTF.
Yeah. So I
tried like hell.
I think The Rock is also in the discussion.
Sure.
You know, and then again, Steve Austin. I would venture to say when we're talking about transcendence, Steve Austin also was higher than Jericho.
Right. You're right.
So it's a matter of, are we talking about in-ring talent? Because I think that's Jericho. Longevity, talent, nobody tops him. Even as an old, fat marshmallow he is right now, he's still putting on better matches than anybody I've seen in WWE.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about greatest, there's caveats, and I think all three of them are probably greater. Steve Austin was a phenomenon. You know, he didn't transcend into movies, but he definitely broke
the fuck you say? He's been in shit movies. I've seen him.
They've all been in movies. I'm sure Jericho's been in a movie somewhere.
No one brought more people to
show.
No one brought more people to wrestling than Stone Cold did, and no one
for sure. But like they also have never tried. Like the fact that they still put Stone Cold Steve Austin in a movie, in a big budget movie with the Expendables and what's the other one, the Condemned.
The Condemned, yep.
Like they thought Steve Austin had the potential to be a star. They're like, let's put this guy in a movie, let's put his name on the top, and let's see if people go to it. No one's trying that with Chris Jericho, except for maybe Chris Jericho. Like I could see him producing his own movie.
He had his own show.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was on like True TV's website. Like
and it was a goddamn treasure. No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't disagree that Chris Jericho is the greatest wrestler of all time. In fact, I'm saying that. But I think there's at least three above him. Maybe even anybody of the Attitude Era. Shawn Michaels was in Playgirl.
Sure.
I think when it comes to transcendence,
always cross-eyed and bald.
Low.
Right.
I mean, even when you think about Attitude Era, I feel like I get to Jericho like 7th.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're talking like of all time. We're talking Attitude Era. Yeah. He came in at the end of the Attitude Era. You know, it's like
right. He was just like he was in the mix.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So it's my 2 and 3.
Yep, you're 2 and 3.
Fuck, man. All right. Not my favorite wrestler. However, I love this gimmick, and I think it goes well on my heel team. I'm picking for number 2, heel Daniel Bryan.
Ooh.
But his more recent run when he had the hemp belt.
Oh, so good.
Because I think that is
gimmick.
I mean, you know, Kurt Angle's my favorite wrestler of all time.
Sure.
Or one of them anyway. Strictly because I think the heel gimmick of being right, but being a total dick about it is the ultimate heel gimmick. Because anybody
self-righteousness is extraordinary.
Right. Anybody can do bad things.
Right.
You know, it's like, okay, he betrayed his friend and he's been harassing Buff Bagwell's mom, and like those are all bad things. We get it.
Sure.
But to actually be doing good things, but in the most obnoxious way possible, like that is upper level.
I totally agree.
So heel Daniel Bryan with the hemp belt, too fucking good.
Yeah, the fact that he was able to reinvent himself into that from what he was, from the fucking
right,
to become so loathsome was just and he was right, goddammit. Every single bit of it was right.
He was right. Like, you do have to protect the environment. What they are doing is bad. We are all going to die from this thing.
Yeah, but don't be such a dick about it.
Right. Shut up about it.
Right.
It's like if someone like closed every email with, "Don't forget to recycle."
Right. Right.
We fucking get it.
To your pets. Fuck you.
Stop meat-splaining to me, okay? Just stop.
Yes, brilliant. Love it.
So you know what? Fuck it. While I'm here, I'll throw Kurt Angle in there also.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a good get. Bam, bam. Nope.
Are we talking WWE Kurt Angle? Are we talking TNA Kurt Angle?
I was thinking like fresh on the scene. That's the one I like the most.
Okay. All right.
I like It's True, It's Damn True. I think that's just so funny. I think the whole thing is funny. And Ty brings it up more than I do, but I think that promo he does where he cuts the Rock cuts up the Rock's interview with himself. It's like, wow, bold statements. I think
right?
that's one of the funniest things of all time.
Wednesday says
not like even just the funniest wrestling thing, just like one of the funniest things of all time.
It's such a good bit.
Right.
Wednesday says doing good things the most obnoxious way possible. Greg, you just described yourself.
Well, okay. First, fuck you.
Wow, Wednesday coming in hot.
And two, yeah, maybe.
I love Kurt Angle so much.
Oh, yeah.
The fact that he was able to take such natural raw talent and flip it into an industry that is so bananas and do it so goddamn well up against fucking legends. He's such a goddamn treasure.
Like, to stand your own amongst that group of talent.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Mankind, The Rock, and Steve Austin, Undertaker, and all that stuff. And
golden
he was
age
champ for a while. Right.
Right.
Long hair Triple H. And
coming into the Attitude Era that late and still becoming such a prominent figure. It's like,
right.
That says mountains about Kurt Angle.
Absolutely.
It's true. It's damn true.
Absolutely.
And I still think that Kurt Angle Shane McMahon match is my favorite match of all time. So
King of the Ring, baby.
It's so brutal.
Yeah.
So fucking brutal.
Oh, I just love it.
Break the glass. I'm gonna kill you, Shane. Break the glass.
Do it or you're fired.
God damn.
That's when I knew. That's when we knew that he was a McMahon.
Right? Jesus. All right, so my number 3.
Faith, number 3.
My number 3 is Zack Sabre Jr. He's an absolute dick, which I love. He's got a real bananas build that you're not going to find on anyone else. He does not have the standard wrestling build. Things he does in the ring are insane. I can't take my eyes off him. And to me, he just embodies British wrestling.
You have a lot of British wrestlers.
My whole thing is Brit Rest.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The
This
Queen
could
service.
be good. I mean, this makes sense. Well, except, Ty should have picked a face team, but, good.
I mean, this was, I struggled to come up with a list. I went through 3 or 4 different iterations, like a women's team, an indie team, but British wrestling, that's where it's at for me.
That's where the real money is.
It's where the real perverts are, apparently, but...
I got bad news. That's everywhere, bro.
Yeah, no joke. But yeah, Zack Sabre Jr. I fucking love him.
Truth be told, I think everyone's a pervert, but the difference is some people act on it.
Right. And some people are called out on it.
Hey, don't
and
do that.
others just aren't.
Don't do that.
Right.
I think you're gonna get a big twist on my my team here, Greg.
Oh no.
Yeah, Chris Jericho. Heel Chris Jericho is my number 1. My captain. Kenny Omega number 2. My number 3. El Generico.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was
Very
thinking
nice.
about Sami Zayn, but I don't know enough about him to make a real claim on him.
Man, I love
Right.
Sami Zayn. His heel work right now is phenomenal. He's
He's kind of another self-righteous dick, right?
Yeah, he's pretty much like a baby back bitch. He's just yeah.
I love a good shit heel.
Oh yeah. But like obviously El Generico, like him and a certain other wrestler have done amazing things. Like El Generico's like one of the most amazing faces in the world. El
Sure.
Generico, you know, R.I.P. El Generico. He died saving orphans from a burning building. That's when they're going to see El Generico again. Sami Zayn, completely different person than what we're talking about.
Right.
But I mean, his in-ring athleticism, the high flyingness of him is just like I love him. So good.
Such a workhorse, for sure.
Oh yeah.
And that gimmick is adorable, and I love it.
Except for when
And I'm
he
sad
threw his shoulder out being hype as fuck.
That
Which
was
is both endearing and stupid all at the same
Right?
time.
I've never been that excited in my life.
I went to go throw catnip at my cat when I was sitting in my computer chair the other day, and something in my back pulled out. So I fully understand that.
Okay, but he is a professionally trained athlete.
Yeah,
So he should never be to a point of excitement where he's throwing something out. And that's just how excited he was.
Exactly. That's how excited he was.
Which I also love.
But this
You
is
can't
El
train that.
This is also El
That's just
Generico, so
Right.
not Sami
I get
Zayn.
No, two totally different guys. I get
Wank.
it.
Stop
I want
saying-
him to lead WWE more than anybody. I think.
Oh yeah,
Right?
him and Owens. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, I like Kevin Owens. I think he actually is served by WWE.
You think so?
Like, to an extent, yeah. I did not see a lot of
I
his
think
indie shit, and I did see a lot of his NXT stuff, and I do think he was a little less bound when he was in NXT. But like, his talent is on the mic, not necessarily as a wrestler, in my opinion.
I definitely feel like he's had to fight for himself to get to
Yeah,
whatever position he has.
I think the limited nature of what WWE asks you to do in the ring is the benefit to Kevin Owens.
I definitely disagree. I think Kevin Owens is along the same kind of track that Samoa Joe went on, where
Okay.
like they're so talented in the ring, but WWE doesn't want any of that. They don't want the flashy shit unless they want you to do the flashy shit. So instead, it's like, oh, you're gonna go out, you're gonna.
Definitely has a cookie cutter idea of what a star.
Yeah.
And if you're not that, you're not gonna get the star treatment, regardless. And obviously, Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe do not meet up with that criteria,
For sure.
which is a shame.
It is.
I mean, Kevin Owens did have the belt for like a long ass time.
no, he did, and
Yeah, he's been fine. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely had.
he's had some
Some
time to
good-
shine. And I
Sure.
think, but I think what they want out of a heel, like he can do some crazy moonsaults. He does some great, like the pop-up powerbomb is a great move. But just they just want someone who, like as Greg says all the time, who looks like a wrestler
Right.
to be their top guys.
Right. He's never going on the side of the bus.
No.
No.
And along those same
He
lines,
looks like the guys who watch this, not do it.
Right.
and along the same lines, I put
Don't
my
you want
number
someone you can relate to? Go ahead.
my number 4 goes to Orange Cassidy.
Uh,
Ooh, love that.
yeah, I love that.
He might be the best thing going in AEW right now. The dude's just A, he's phenomenally talented. B, his character work is outstanding. Aloof wrestler? Yes, please.
That's my dream.
Right?
So he's just like everything about him just screams wrestling. And
The amount of talent it takes to be that disconnected and disenchanted and aloof, as you say, is so staggering.
right to the pockets.
Right?
And
That's
then
definitely next level shit. Apart from Danhausen, he's probably the thing that I enjoy in wrestling most right now.
Yeah. But man, like to be that aloof and also that talented, like to be that's like to do like dive over kicks and like flip over people with your hands in your pockets. That takes a lot of talent.
Right. That's next level.
To not care to that event. Oh yeah, perfect. Thank you.
He's a genius. Love him.
And I put
and
him
I'm
on the.
really excited that he's got a place to flourish in AEW.
That's why I put him on the same team as Chris Jericho, because they've been mortal enemies for a while. Especially heel Chris Jericho, because
Sure.
Chris Jericho has to deal with this team of like essential faces.
Right. Chris Jericho, great at both.
I'm building a story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faith, you're number 4.
My number 4 is William Regal.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, he's such an idol and a mentor to so many other up and coming British wrestlers. He's like the progenitor in so many ways.
Well,
With the level of success that he's been able to achieve.
he's a man.
And he's
Such a man.
he is a man. He is a man. He's able to strike a good balance between being really intimidating and being really being a real good target for humor. So I fucking love that about him. And I love that he enjoys the humorous aspects of things. And I worship at the altar of William Regal.
That's a great pick.
Yeah, it's a great pick. Say the line, William Regal. War games. Yay!
Bless him.
It was his accent.
Right?
I love William Regal. Love him to death.
Treasure.
Some of our early matches with WCWTF with William Regal were some of the best.
They sure were.
Oh man, he's so good.
He can get it done, man. Very technically proficient. Also great sense of humor. Love it.
Mauve Brand.
This
Number
is my
4.
last 2 picks, right?
Yep, no, last 2.
All right. I had to scratch a few. Kevin Owens. I'm gonna say Kevin Owens
Ooh,
because I do love him.
of course.
And then my final pick is Rusev.
Oh man,
Nice.
I fucking love Rusev, and I miss him
Rusev
every
or
day.
Moreau?
Rusev. I don't know anything about his new character at all.
Okay.
it's
Okay,
Miro.
all right.
It's Miro, not Moreau. Moreau is a town around us.
That's an artist. That's a visual artist. I'm sorry, that's my mistake.
But no, man,
Get your visual artist straight, Ty. Pull your head out of your butt.
Moreau Town Park is like 2 X's away from me. What are you kidding me?
That's where they shot Sleepaway Camp.
Ooh.
But Greg,
Hey! Oh my god!
Possibly the most problematic horror movie
It
from
does
the
not
80s.
age well. It does not age well. I just watched
No.
it recently. No.
Greg, you have the World Championship Thundercock Wrestling Team Thundercock is real solid. Triple H, heel vegan Daniel Bryan, Kurt Angle, Kevin Owens, and Rusev. That's a solid team, my man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I'm
is.
pretty happy with that.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I do have 2 honorable mentions that I was gonna go to last, but we'll see if anybody picks them up.
Sure.
Faith Orange Brand, Her Majesty's Wrestling, number 5. Who is your last pick?
Pac.
Oh,
The
I love it.
bastard Pac.
He would have been good on my team instead of Kevin Owens. That's a great
He is
choice.
so extraordinarily grumpy and mean, and I love everything about it. He's just fueled by bitterness. His in-ring work is breathtaking, and I love his attitude so much. He's just fueled by anger. He's a goddamn gift. Even though I rarely understand what the fuck he's saying. I try like hell. It's tough, but It's a very thick accent.
Oi, governor, you
But
won't get gonna plonk you on my rope now, are you, boy? Oh no, I should see gonna get on there, hi.
Right. Right.
Red arrow.
Oi.
Oi, oi.
Exactly.
Oh. I'm so glad he's back too. He's so good.
Right?
Yeah.
Such a talent. And I love him angry way more than that fucking superhero bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Just let me have angry bastard Puck.
Terrible. The thing is, so like, the superhero gimmick for him was bad, but not just because it was just like kind of lame, but because they literally never did anything with it.
Right. Agreed.
Like, if
totally.
you're going to have a superhero gimmick, then you need to do superhero things. Like, they needed to
Sure.
cut promos with him, like, rescuing people. Or, you know, even make it funny and have him, like, try to rescue people but always wind up hurt or something. I don't know.
It
do
worked for
literally
Hurricane Helms.
Right, exactly.
His superhero gimmick was adorable and embraced and still celebrated to this day.
Right.
But yeah, you got to do something with it. You're
Like,
absolutely
okay, you have a lame gimmick and that sucks, but, like when fucking, what's his face, Aiden English was coming out and he was the singer.
right.
Like, okay, that's your gimmick. It's stupid, but it's your gimmick. Well, let's fucking do something with it. Why are you a singer? What, you
Right.
know, like, even the Repo Man used to go repo things. Like, he would steal
Right.
shit.
Right. If
Dumb
there was
gimmick.
some sort of logic. Yeah.
Right. Dumb gimmick, but at least you did something with it.
Right.
Do
Also-
something with
Totally.
these.
Also, give him
Totally.
something more than just a like dollar store cape that like it just velcros away from it. Like the Hurricane was a superhero, but like the
But he actually had the full superhero
yeah,
thing.
it's
Right.
like
You're
see,
right.
oh,
Yeah.
I'd do a flip off the top rope, and that's why I'm a superhero.
Yeah. Totally, totally awful. Ill conceived.
All right, now I can't steal any of those because Skylar just put theirs in chat.
Oh, no.
My number 5 goes to
Oh,
Yeah. maybe they don't fit my team very well, but I love them to death. Pentagon El Cielo Miedo.
Ooh.
That's fun.
Spicy.
I love Pentagon.
Oi,
Oh.
caliente.
Right?
I feel like I've got the wacky heel captain,
Sure.
like the goofy go both ways second
Meow.
face,
I call myself a goofy go both ways.
crazy face type high flyer, gimmick pick, and then like the badass fifth, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah, that's
Pentagon,
alright. That's a good anchor.
Pentagon, man, Pentagon is brutal, and I've been a fan since like Lucha Underground days.
For
Oh.
sure.
Pentagon's amazing,
Absolutely.
and him and the Phoenix matches that have been happening have been just so crazy.
Good stuff.
Eddie Guerrero. Great choice.
Yeah.
Oh man, that is a great choice. See, this is the problem I had with the all time. I had to reel it in to one.
Right.
I had to hone it in because I really struggled.
Mine are just all pretentious assholes. Except for Rusev.
But I love that in a wrestler though. No, he was a great pretentious asshole when he was like, America sucks.
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. These are all people who think
Yeah.
they're right.
Right? He was great, but it was
That might
so
be a
good
little
though.
telling.
This might be. I think we might be doing like one of those things where it's like maybe this says more about you than you think it does.
I hope I don't self-realize.
Faith, do you still have Josh's?
I do. It is an all Japan
Oh,
lineup.
then that's fine. I'll pass.
We got Okada.
Hold on.
We got Nakamura.
Oh man, I missed Nakamura. Give me 1 second.
We
Hold
got
on.
Kota.
Hold on. I'm writing these down. Hold on. Give me,
All right.
give me one. A second. He's gonna be the brown brand. All right. You had number 1.
Okada.
Okada, nice. 2.
Oh, honestly, like if I was gonna build a new brand around someone, it would be Okada.
Yeah.
Like no
Oh, yeah.
no question. Nakamura, who
Mhm.
I have affectionately dubbed Crazy Legs. Kota Ibushi. Cute as the dickens he is. Masawa. And Kenta Kobayashi.
Oh, Kenta! All right, yeah, those are all good picks.
I also made a ladies team. Just cause. I'll just race through that.
All right.
Bull Nakano,
Nice.
Sarah Del Rey,
Double nice.
AJ Lee,
Mm-hmm.
Asuka,
Of course.
Candice LeRae.
Oh, I love her.
That's my top 5. Mostly it's women who can take a beating. I'm not.
All right.
No, I love them. I love all of them.
I will take
All
our.
good.
I will take our list here, and I will do something with them. Maybe a poll on our Twitter, something like that.
Sure.
And see who wins.
I love that.
You
Yeah, I
know?
love that.
Follow us
Get ready
on
to fail.
at Ultra Cool Idiots on
Both
Twitter.
are top tier.
Follow me on Twitter at 1004 names. I've been your host, the man of 1004 names. Tyrell, I forgot what my name was earlier.
Survivor, ding dong.
Oh yeah,
Survivor, ding dong.
Tyrell, Survivor Ding Dong at 1004 names.
I'm Faith. You can find me on Twitter at Carly Pilkers.
I'm Killer Greg. You can find me at Killer Greg 17 on Twitter. Hey, let me pimp my TGIF shit. Once a month,
Fuck yeah.
TGIF podcast. We're on episode 3. We did Thanksgiving this month, and it was fun.
So excited. I
Yeah.
loved the Halloween one. Like that got right up on my boo boo.
I think not that I want to downplay it. I think the Halloween episode was better than this Thanksgiving one, because as it turns out, most of the Thanksgiving episodes are real fucking stinkers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's kind of
And
fun though. I enjoy hearing you complain about shit. So
well,
that's
boy,
fun.
get ready. Wait till the end. Wait, the last like 10 minutes is just me railing on Full House.
I'm excited.
Full House, boy, that show sucks.
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's like I thought it was bad. It's
Right.
so much worse than I remember. So holy shit.
Check it out.
Yeah,
To hear Greg.
check that out,
Yeah, fuck
please.
yeah.
And one day we'll have another WCWTF episode out.
Fingers crossed.
Who knows?
Yeah.
If you'd like to keep
Nope.
this boat afloat, patreon.com/WCWTF podcast. Buck or two helps us out. Share, tell your friends. Thank you all for watching us today. It's been a very pleasant surprise that we had so many people watching us.
Yeah, it was nice.
You guys are fantastic.
New people.
Billy
Not only do we have
Tremendous.
New people. Billy Tremendous created his account 13 minutes ago. So we're like we popped his little Twitch cherry.
Billy Tremendous,
Love you, Billy
Mudblood,
Tremendous.
thank you guys so much for hanging out. As always, Wednesday,
Yeah.
Bulletproof Pretty Boy. You guys, you're all amazing. You're all wonderful. We
Ooh,
love
Prince
all of
Devitt.
you.
Yeah.
Well, you already had, you already
Prince
had,
Devitt, I like that choice.
you already had
Yeah.
Finn. All right. Until next time, where we talk about the number 1 worst movie of all time, worst movie ever made.
Oh, I'm so hyped for this.
It's gonna be fun.
This is your wheelhouse.
We will catch you all on the flip flop time pants.
Bye.
Bye.